Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome back to the HRV Vision podcast. Tonight, I got myself, actor also known as CN6, and with me, I got Jazzy.
What up?
And Hav.
Yo.
And welcome to another episode of HRV News, guys. But before we actually get into it, I'd like to remind you that you guys can listen to us on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Make sure you follow our socials at HRV Vision Podcast or go to HRVvisionpodcast.com. You can see all of our links through there. Also, make sure you join the Discord. Top link in the description. Join the Discord, guys. Come chat with us about video games, movies, TV shows, anything like that. But yeah, HRV News. And actually, before we actually dive into it straight away, we actually want to go see How to Train Your Dragon. But the live-action movie of the animated film that released back in 2010. So that's crazy. So we
15 years ago.
I know, that's actually pretty insane.
That's crazy work.
I was thinking that since we are not going to be doing a full length review for it, we could just talk about it a little bit, give our thoughts, give a rating perhaps, and yeah, I guess real quick, any How to Train Your Dragon fans in here, man? Like,
well, I never seen How to Train Your Dragon, and
me neither.
And I've heard that's criminal. I know. And Mario apparently. Have you seen all three of them? There's three. You've seen all three of them.
He was in the third movie.
He was the girl dragon. Fucking with Toothless.
Hey man, that one was brutal too, man.
Oh man. Okay.
But I had never seen any of the How to Train Your Dragon movies. I've heard they were really good. I just never got around to watching it. I don't know why. I just never, when the movie came out, I was 10, and the only way you can go to the movie theaters is by being accompanied by an adult.
That's true.
And because I knew my parents, especially my mom, I mainly lived with my mom growing up. She never really had too much free time to be taking me to the movies. So that's why I only went to go see movies like a certain amount of times a year.
Yeah.
And they were mainly reserved for like superhero movies and shit. Because I knew I wouldn't be able to go see every single movie out of the year. So I had to really make it count in order for mom to take me. And just How to Train Your Dragon was just not one of those.
Yeah.
But I knew with this remake coming up that I had to eventually watch at least the first one. So last night, I stayed up till 2 a.m. watching the OG How to Train Your Dragon movie.
Yeah.
Just so I could compare and contrast, like, what does the remake do better? What did it do worse? What did they keep? What did they change? Just to kind of like, have that contrast, you know what I mean? That compare and stuff. And so I would say after watching the OG movie, I'm a fan now. Because it's pretty good.
Yeah, man.
I was like, this story's fire. I'm like, whoa. So, just I guess really quick, because it's not necessarily the movie that we're talking about. I think How to Train Your Dragon 1's fire. So yeah, I'm a fan now. But now, as far as the remake, you seen the first one, like the OGs?
So I saw it last night.
You did too.
The same thing. I did the same thing.
Yeah, bro. But
because it was the same thing for me as well. Like I remember seeing it as a kid when it was out. I remember seeing like snippets of it here and there. But I'm gonna be honest with you. At the time, it just didn't really interest me. Like it's something that those movies that you just watch and like, it's not for me. Excuse me.
Bless you.
So thank you. So that's how I felt at the time. Like, it just doesn't seem like it's for me. But then I saw the remake and I saw that the live action was coming out. Mario has praised the franchise before, and I've seen other people praise it. And I'm like, what, man? Maybe I should watch it, man. It's DreamWorks as well, man. So you know what?
And
let me see.
The guys who wrote and directed the movie are the same people that did the OG Lilo and Stitch.
Oh, okay. And that's a live action we haven't seen this year yet. The Lilo.
I haven't. I had not seen the live action Lilo and Stitch,
which I heard was pretty good.
No,
that's what I heard.
I heard it's fucking trash, bro.
It's trash
compared to the original.
I know one thing about it. That got spoiled.
I know hella, dude.
Don't say.
The whole movie got spoiled for me.
Yeah,
because TikToks were just filled,
Stitch
but like
dies.
Dumbass.
Well, listen,
the stuff that I heard about the Lilo and Stitch remake, bro. I'm like,
you sure the ending?
Yeah, it's
dude, I heard that shit
stupid as fuck.
I know.
It's nothing like the original, and it like defeats the purpose of the whole point of the movie.
Yeah,
it's like what?
I gotta watch it, man. I really gotta watch it. But yeah, fuck. Where was I?
You're talking about
how that you watched the How to Train Your Dragon movie last night.
Oh yeah, and because a lot of people were saying it was really good and stuff. So I'm like, you know what? Same thing as I have said. Let me do my homework. Let's see what they did, what they're gonna change and whatever. And I agree, man. I'm a fan now.
Yeah,
it's a really good movie. It's a really, really good movie. But yeah, what about you, Mario? Your history with How to Train Your Dragon?
I don't know. I don't think I ever saw it in the theaters. I think I saw it because my parents got it from like Redbox, I believe, one day, and that's how I
the
saw
Redbox.
it. Yeah, man. Shout out Redbox, man.
Yeah.
If they even exist.
I think they're still around.
Yeah, barely
they
any
are,
of them.
yeah.
But no, man. When I first saw it, I mean, I wasn't 10. I think I saw it a couple years later, but. I mean, I loved it just like you guys. And the second one came out. I believe that one I did see in theaters. If not, I don't remember how I saw it, but I know I saw it. And that one is just an improvement upon the original. And that How to Train Your Dragon 2 is personally my favorite one because it hits on every fucking note.
I've heard the second one.
I cried like a little bitch,
fire.
bro.
What do you rate that one?
10, probably 10.
Yeah, I've heard people say that before, dude.
Yeah, How to Train Your Dragon 2
I've heard the
is 10.
second one's fire, bro. I don't know what it is,
man.
but like now I kind of want to see it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like I don't know why or what it is, bro. I know there's a time gap because Hiccup and the characters are much older.
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't know. And then I know that the villain is a guy that's creating an army of dragons. And he's like the villain. Other than those two details, I know jack shit about the movie.
No, keep it
But
like
I've heard
that.
it's
That's all you really need to know. But no, man, I love the franchise. So originally when this one got announced, I was just like, I mean, Hector saw me. Like, I was just like, bro, why are they doing that? Like, they're gonna, like, there's no reason to fucking make this a live action.
Yeah,
like,
man.
Like, I was completely against it, bro. I was like, man, fuck this shit. Like, it's fucking pointless. You're gonna fucking just ruin the original movie. Because the original movie's already great.
And with a bunch of animated movies getting remakes nowadays, like live action remakes, especially now more than ever.
Yeah.
I mean, I think this year, this is the third one. We had Snow White, we had Lilo and Stitch, and now it's How to Train Your Dragon. That's just 3 this year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We had Little Mermaid. We had a fucking Lion King prequel movie on Mufasa that is not even based on a movie. That was its own original work. Like these live action remakes, bro, are getting crazy, bro.
And it's only ever growing, man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that brings up a good question. Like, do you guys have the same kind of feeling of like, damn, bro, everything's getting a remake? Do you have that same feeling when it comes to remakes of video games?
It's different because, like, I play it and I know it's a good game already heading in.
Gotcha.
Like, when I went into Resident Evil 4 remake, right? I already played the original. So I was like, it's hype because, like, it's getting remade, like, in every aspect, graphics and shit like that. But then I also understand, like, damn, they spent an entire studio making this when they could have made
Something new. Gotcha.
Well,
It's a
I think
double-edged.
for me,
It's a double-edged sword.
Well, I think I
get
kind of
you.
disagree. I kind of disagree with Mario at that right there.
Okay.
Because I think it just depends. Like, I think
yeah.
Resident Evil 4 and the Resident Evil 2 remake, I think was deserved.
Yes, I agree.
Same thing with Silent Hill 2.
I agree.
But then there are some other video games that I feel like it's not deserved. It's not warranted.
Right.
Like Horizon, bro.
Or I would say Last of Us.
And the Last of Us, yeah, the Last of Us
Part 2,
Last
dude.
of Us Part 2. Right?
Yeah.
Well, Last of Us Part 2,
It's 2020, man.
it wasn't.
We don't even need a remaster of it. We just
Well, it's a
that's what it was. A
yeah,
remaster.
but we don't even need that
But
though. It's
fucking
still held
Last
up.
of Us Part 1 is a remake.
Yeah.
And like the cutscenes and everything,
Okay.
like even the voice acting, like everything's the same. Yeah, the graphics look better. Whoa, PS5, right? But it's like
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
it's like it's the same thing. Whereas
yeah, you're
I
right.
agree with Hector. Whereas if it's a game that's super old, like OG Silent Hill 2, like that's how like am I thinking of Resident Evil? Which was the games where like it was fixed cameras on the corners and shit.
Those are the original
Resident Evil.
Okay, you see, so like,
like
but like if they
0,
wanted to
1, and 2.
remake Resident Evil to now, and it's not like that typical like, oh, the security camera eye fucking shit that's following you in every room, and it's like third person shit, like right behind the shoulder, like, and like with the how technologically advanced graphics on video games look nowadays, like I feel like older games could benefit from remakes.
Another
and
example,
stuff like
Oblivion. The Oblivion remaster. Not a remake, but it's a remaster.
Right.
But it's still like, hey, I think it just deserves it as well. So it just depends, man.
Yeah.
I think it just depends. It really does.
that. I think with movies, it's
And-
just kind of like, especially when it comes from animation. Like animation doesn't really feel dated.
Okay, well,
If anything, live action movies feel dated because back then CGI and green screen couldn't look as great as now. But animation is timeless, bro. You don't really have to remake an animated movie to live action, I feel like. You know what I mean? That's
You
why
think-
certain remakes like Dune could benefit because they made Timothée Chalamet riding a sandworm look more real than what they did in the mid 80s. So I feel like live action remakes to like live action to a live action remake could maybe make more sense.
Even though like I guess relating to this movie, even though it's been 15 years, you still don't think it's like deserved of like a live action thing? 15 years.
Well, this year. Okay, so right now the year's 2025.
Yeah.
The gap between How to Train Your Dragon and this one and the OG is shorter than the gap of the Lilo and Stitch remake to its OG. Lilo and Stitch came out like in 2002.
Yeah.
And I believe they didn't have to remake it in the first place. Like I said, bro, I feel like animation, bro, is timeless. Like, I remembered I was late to the game. I never saw it when it first came out. I never saw it when I was a kid. I watched The Iron Giant I was like maybe like in my early 20s. If not maybe 20, right? Like I was in my early 20s, like,
don't say that.
Or 19 or something.
Don't say
well, all early 20s.
in my early 20s.
If not 20. If not maybe, or I was 19.
No, he doesn't get it.
I don't think he got it.
Yeah. What?
It's like you're solidifying that we're old, like we're getting older, man. You said early 20s, bro.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to tell you,
Bro.
my early 20s. What do you mean, Hive? You're still 19, bro.
But no.
You're still 19, bro.
We have school on Monday, bro.
Yeah. I don't feel my age, bro. I still feel like if we're like 19, 20,
Yeah, I know what
we
you
fuck
mean.
around and shit.
I know. That's good though.
It is, yeah.
But
anyway,
I was gonna say I saw it when I was much older, and like when I first saw it because I heard how good the movie was, I was like, damn, this movie's fire.
Yeah.
But I never took into account like, oh, this is an animated movie from I think it's the early 2000s or late 90s. That was never a thing in my mind because animation I feel like is timeless. Like the story and the characters and the message, the themes is all there. It works. So I don't understand. I get it, right? It's one of those things where it's like, bro, like imagine seeing Stitch with real fur, not a cartoon. It's like, I guess, but like you could always just watch people do fan art, photorealistic shit on Reddit or some shit. I don't know. Like, I don't really need a remake, but I don't know. So for me to see that How to Train Your Dragon was getting one, I was hesitant because it's like, damn, another live action remake of an animated classic. But also, this one's not made by the mouse. This is still DreamWorks. So different studio, different higher ups. Maybe this remake could do something different that the Disney remakes don't do. And I will say, based on my fucking history with live action remakes from Disney and now watching How to Train Your Dragon, the one big major one-up that How to Train Your Dragon has over the Disney remakes is that it actually stays much more true to the source material. Whereas the live action remakes of Disney always has to change something. Or add scenes to make the movies 2 hours, because that's the norm now. Fucking 90-minute movie. 2 hours is the norm, so let's add scenes that mean nothing. You know what I mean?
And I wanted to ask you that. Now that we were on the topic with Disney, do you think that because that most live action adaptations aren't really well made, that's what's causing you guys to be like, we don't need this, bro?
Yeah, because it's like, I know what to expect.
Because imagine if they were all good. Imagine if they were actually all fire. Then you'd be like, you know what? This Lilo's so bad.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
No, absolutely.
Yeah.
And dude, I'm not gonna lie, they started out good. Like the live action Jungle Book was actually really good. I remember liking that one.
No, yeah, that one.
But I don't know where it went downhill. Like I went to go see dude, the two biggest animated movies that Disney had, like their two biggest classics, both got live action remakes that came out the same year. Aladdin and The Lion King. Those came out the same fucking year. And Aladdin came out first. And I don't know what it was, bro. I went to go see the live action Aladdin and I'm like, this doesn't feel like the live action Jungle Book. This doesn't feel like it didn't have the same magic. So I'm like, I wonder what went wrong. I don't know. And then when I saw live action Lion King, I'm like, the tigers don't even make expressions, bro. Like, how can I tell Simba's sad as hell when it just sounds like Childish Gambino? Like, and his eyebrows not even nothing, bro.
Yeah.
And people argue, well, it's supposed to be realistic. And it's like, motherfucker, like,
It's a movie.
but I'm supposed to see their emotion. Like they're supposed to be sad, but they look like they look like lions, just looking at you like from the zoo. Like no one's ever gone.
Who do you think you are?
No one's ever gone.
I need facial expressions, you fucking animal.
A live action Madagascar.
Nah, bro. Can you imagine? That's fucking stupid. Nah, bro. Nah. Like, imagine going to the zoo and be like, that lion's sad as hell. Like, what?
How do you know? I just know.
Yeah, bro. That makes no fucking sense.
Who do you think you are?
That was funny, bro.
You fucking animal. Literally. Show me your emotions. Yeah. You bitch.
Your dad just died.
Makes no sense.
I need tears.
Oh my god, bro.
But yeah, no, that makes sense. And okay, so back on topic, right? Well, how do you train dragon? I guess can you give maybe a quick summary of thoughts and your rating, perhaps?
I will say I was kind of right in the sense that this is DreamWorks, it's not Disney, right? So maybe because they're making a live action adaptation of an animated movie, they might do things differently. And yes, like I said, one big one-up that this movie has over the Disney remakes is that it stays more true, like scene for scene to the original.
Yeah. Oh hell yeah.
Whereas the Disney remakes always
like shots, like cinematography shots.
Yes.
It's the same from the fucking animated movie.
Whereas in like the Disney ones, they always have to like change stuff or add scenes, and it's like, bro, like you didn't really need to do that. Here, I could give them the positive of that. I do think this is a very well-made live-action remake, and it's kind of a nice change of pace, given that like any other ones we would go see are just kind of like okay, but it's like you whether they were like I know I think Snow White like a 7 or something like that or a 6, but like even if you find it to be good or okay, you still leave with that feeling of it didn't need it. We didn't need this remake. Personally, walking out of this movie, I didn't feel that way. Of like, we didn't need this. Like, it's cool for a new generation of children, of new generation of kids, of youth that now has a live action adaptation of How to Train Your Dragon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not a worse version of the original. I mean, I thought it was really good. Apart from my only critiques with the movie is that some of the green screen was kind of noticeable, especially during the flying scenes. And I don't know, to me, that's just kind of like, I could have sworn like we left noticeable green screen back like 10 years ago. Like I would have think technology would advance over the time, not stay the same, not stay stagnant. What the fuck? So some of the CGI, honestly the CGI, no, the green screen was most noticeable to me. And I also felt like, and maybe I'm a hater, y'all can come at me, but I feel like Nico Parker playing Astrid was less emotion. She was more stoic in this one than the animated counterpart. I feel like she was much more expressive, and when she would be angry, when she would act tough, when she would be vulnerable. Yeah. Whereas Nico Parker, who I believe is the same girl who played Joel's daughter in the live action, right? It's her. So I just felt like her portrayal of Astrid was very like stoic. Like it didn't feel like the same. Like certain scenes that like I saw the movie fucking last night, so it's very fresh in my mind. And a lot of the lines she delivered it in this movie this morning, just didn't have the same like I don't know oomph to it than her animated counterpart. I don't know, like just I don't know, bro. I just some of the things that she would say or how she would say it. Other than that, I thought this was actually a pretty good remake. For one, it stays point to point with the original. Doesn't do like we're gonna change this, we're gonna add this. They did add certain things that I will admit made no difference to the movie. Giving that one kid a dad that always ignores him and disappoints him. Like it's a funny like gag or whatever, but then by the end it's supposed to mean something bigger, and I felt nothing.
Or it's like new scenes with certain characters, like in the animated movie, there'd be like a quick scene with certain characters. Versus here, it's like a longer scene with them actually talking.
Yes,
I don't want to go into it because of spoilers.
Right.
But I kind of like that touch too. It's like, all right, cool. We're getting some more depth to these characters.
I could accept let's make those runtime longer. I can accept adding scenes if it adds to the story. But when if it's just for a joke or for a side plot that goes nowhere. Or if it's just like for the sake of like nothing, like or adding in Disney's case, adding new musical numbers that were not in the original movie, it's like that. I feel like I'm more turned off against that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But do you have any more thoughts you wanna give?
I mean, you pretty much said everything I agree with, man. The CGI was pretty cool.
I thought the CGI was good. It's just the green screen that was noticeable to me.
You know, for the first time, man, I did not notice that.
The green screen?
Yeah, he have one up me, man. Usually I'm the one. Did you guys see that? I saw the wire on his ass.
Yeah.
What's going on? I see the wire. Wait, actually, okay. Was it the scene where they're flying? Where it's the two characters on top of the dragon flying?
That was one of them.
Okay, I did notice that.
Okay.
I did notice that. That's it though.
Yeah,
That's all I got.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you have any more, I think I already said everything.
I think I agree with you. I think that's. I think that's pretty much everything.
Now I really want to hear Mario's thoughts.
Yes,
because he's the one.
You're the OG, bro.
He's the one who watched the movies. He grew up on them. So we saw the OG last night. He grew up with these. Yeah. So now I'm actually very interested to see what an OG thinks about it. Go ahead, Mario.
I mean, heading into it, or watching the trailers, right? I was very much against this movie because I'm just like, bro, you're just gonna fuck up the original, like dishonor it, and I just know. But as I started watching the trailers for it, more and more trailers, right? They started putting the fucking music in, and I'm just like, fuck. And the music for me in How to Train Your Dragon is a standout in this.
No,
franchise.
I agree.
The music
in the movie was fire, and the music when we watched the remake today
it's the same.
Was hidden.
Yeah.
And then I find out it's because they got the same composer who made the original music in the OG movie 15 years ago to come back and do this one.
That's fire.
They got the same dude. That's why, like, it still hits. And it's like, oh shit, like, bro. So yeah, I agree, Mario. The music's fire.
I was gonna say, because if they didn't hit on the music, and especially in like that one specific scene that's like very like popular in the first movie, the one where it's Hiccup and he's obviously with Toothless and he loses a piece of paper, right? That scene, right? That scene was that scene in the first movie I fucking love a lot, right? And they did justice to that one in this one. I see your critiques with Astrid. To me, their relationship, it has no depth to it in this one. I feel like in the live action I'm referring to, it just feels like they're together because, like, hey man, they're together in the animated film. Just make them very obvious, like no depth, no building blocks involved in this relationship whatsoever. Just make it very obvious, make it very cliche.
Did you see the same critiques I did with her acting, Mario? Or am I alone on this?
It's tough because I know Astrid, and I haven't seen the original film in I don't know how long, but I know Astrid is she's very, what's the word I'm looking for? She's very, not cutthroat, she's
aggressive?
Yeah, she's aggressive. I remember her being aggressive in the first one. Like, she's very, like, she stands up for herself.
No, right. She's very, she's very brave and, like valiant because she wants to be the next chief in command.
Yeah. Yeah,
like, so when they go to that tournament thing, like, she wanted to be the one to slay the dragon and ended up being Hiccup, right? So, yeah.
So, like, I knew what to expect from Astrid. It's just, like, what's it called? It just more in terms of, like, the relationship that felt forced. In the first movie, it didn't feel forced.
No, it felt much more genuine.
It felt more natural and everything. Just this one, it felt like, hey, man, they're together because they're together in the animated film, and that's how we treated it in the live action.
Yeah.
And so, like, the relationship is what bugged me the most. Not so much her acting, even though I can't see it sometimes in terms of delivery of lines. To me, the thing that bothered me the most was the relationship, because I didn't really buy it, bro. I mean, I'm with you, right?
Okay, yeah.
But other than that, I mean, it stayed true to the original film, so I can't really hate on the live action.
Real quick,
what?
How you felt with Astrid? I kind of felt that way with the trainer guy.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. I forgot his fucking name.
What's his name? The guy that's training them to be like the Slayers or whatever.
Yeah.
I felt that way as well with him. I felt like in this version his acting was also like the way he delivered things didn't have that same charm as like the guy in the animated film.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I know what you mean.
And in the film they had like a better connection.
I think it's because you gotta remember in animation, bro, you can make things much more expressive.
Yeah, that's true.
And also with the voice acting, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm not with you, man. The voice acting in How to Train Your Dragon is so, especially in the second film, but in the voice casting in general, it's just so amazing in the movie, right? And if you ever watch the second film, you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about when it comes involving. I'm not gonna say that's a spoiler, but involving a certain character that was in this film, where it's just like holy shit. But
do you guys do you also agree, or Mario? Do you agree with that guy, the trainer guy? What I said about him?
I guess I didn't see
about his line delivery or him like it being like emotionless type thing.
Like I felt like there was just a better connection with them in the animated movie versus here, and like also the way he delivered his lines as well. Like it was kind of like Astrid. It didn't feel like real sometimes.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
I got to think on it more, but I'm not gonna say you're immediately wrong, but I'm also not gonna say you're immediately right also.
Yeah,
it's more so like I just didn't really. That's something that stood out to me.
I got you.
To me, I didn't notice it until Hector just brought it up right now.
Yeah,
and then I think back and I'm like, no, he's right. He's right. Like one of the most iconic lines in the movie that the trainer gives is, "Don't forget, dragons always go for the kill," and that really hit last night. You know what I mean? When I saw the original, but here you're right. His line delivery didn't have the same like charm to it.
Yeah.
Even
Or
that
the same-
transition, bro. Even that transition didn't really hit for me.
Which one?
The one where it's like,
So why didn't you?
yeah.
Oh yes, bro. Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
I remember the transition. I
agree.
was like, that didn't hit. Like, I feel like
Yeah,
that part of the movie should have been a montage. And then I feel like it would have hit if Hiccup would have said that. But no, man, it's hard for me to say anything negative because it's legit kind of like a shot for shot of the original
It
film.
is, man, and that's what's fire. That's what I really like.
But
Yeah.
that
I
my
can at least
only
appreciate that.
argument that I could bring against that is like, then why remake it? If you're just gonna copy it shot for shot, that's
true.
Why remake it?
But then, but then there's the people that say that they go their own way, and they're like, "Yo, what the fuck, bro? You have the
that's
source
what I'm
material
saying.
right there.
It's a slippery slope.
Just
Just
go."
saying.
Right? You know what I
Exactly.
mean? It's the gray area. Like no one's fucking happy, bro.
Well, for me,
I
well,
think
for
the
me,
only way you
I
can
fuck
do
with-
this.
I fuck with the route that they did. They
This,
shot for
yeah,
shot.
I fuck with. But the only way
I do too.
the only way that I can see people who bring up that argument is by adding shit to it. That is like you go to the original directors and everything and be like, "Hey man, was there anything you ever wanted to add to this movie?"
he's trying to do like a Last of Us situation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what you're trying to do? Like add more to the story? Like, oh, this is what we did. Actually, did they?
I don't know if they added anything.
I
Did
think
they add to the show?
Did they?
I know they added shit, but
They,
was
they
it
talked
major?
more about the mom here.
Yeah, and the
Yeah. Okay.
So that's
yeah,
like a,
that's true.
Did I go brain dead during the movie?
no.
Like, I
No, they
could've-
never mentioned it,
They
bro.
never mentioned
No.
that their mom, that Hiccup's mom.
Should we say spoiler?
Well, no, I'm asking. Do we know what happens to her? We know she's not around. But does the animated
No,
original
I don't
ever
think it
mention
died, no.
what happened to her?
Nope.
No, that's
No,
it.
right?
Never
That's
mind.
new.
Yeah, it's just
I spoiled the second movie for y'all.
it's just for us. It's just like it implies that
She's
she
not here.
clearly passed or something.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we could like really infer. But
But no, they
in
never
live
died.
action, they actually say
Yeah.
what happened, and like they bring her and some dialogues with the father and Hiccup. They add her into the mix a bit more, which I did like.
No,
and I was like, you know what?
I like
I fuck with
stuff
that.
like if you're gonna add stuff
Yeah.
like that adds to the character
That
development.
makes sense because I'm pretty sure, man. Like I said, when they made the first film, the animated film, like you guys could tell by the animation, it wasn't the best. Like the animation's not great. So if you go to the second one, you're gonna see the difference in.
I thought it was
animation
great.
quality,
I
bro.
thought it was good. I think DreamWorks.
I enjoyed it, but
DreamWorks.
But you're gonna see a difference from
I know what you're
1 to
saying.
2.
Well, no, absolutely.
because they got more money, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
And so when they were telling that story, they were telling guys, "Hey, man, this might be the only one we tell. So we gotta tell a story from beginning to end here that's satisfying."
I got you.
So in this one for the live action, I think they have the mindset like, "Hey, if this does well, we're gonna have to make the second one. So might as well include lines like that where they bring up the mom more often." So to me, it makes more sense.
So she plays a bigger like the mom's.
Well, I don't want to bring it up because it's spoilers.
Well, you just kind of did.
Well, yeah, you just kind of said like, well, the mom's I guess is like,
Yeah,
she's gonna be a pivotal part in the second movie in a way.
Yeah, but I'm not telling you what happened or anything.
Yeah,
like
but
that.
you still kind of spoiled it, man. We're under the impression she's gone.
Well,
We're
she
good.
probably still is. But
I'm
like,
not, hey, man, I'm not.
Mario, just shut the fuck up. Man. Like, this guy just already spoiled it, man.
I don't know.
All right. Anyway, where were we at? I mean, is that it? Are you fine?
I mean, I'm fine, bro. Like, I think this movie is just like it's good because it's like it stay true, dead ass to the original. Like, it's
Yeah.
legit shot for shot. So I
but
think.
you said also was that a negative for you too?
What?
Because you said, no, bro, why are you making that?
No, I just like
That's what he said.
I say for an argument. I said the only thing I can really bring up and say for the sake of an argument
Okay.
is that because people are going to say that.
Oh, okay.
but that's what I mean.
People are going to say that, then why remake it if it's going to be shot for shot?
That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't
Yeah, I
think
disagree
live
with
action movies, or sorry, I don't think animation movies need to get remakes. Live action, like live action remakes of live action makes more sense because if the movie came out in the 70s and fucking CGI was trash, you have the benefit of remaking that movie in today's time and making it more like immersive and realistic because CGI and green screen has come so far. You know what I mean? That's what I've always said. You know what I mean? Like if they decided, and Mario's gonna hate me, but I'm just saying it could work. But if they ever wanted to remake Star Wars, it wouldn't look like toy spaceships on a black screen. You know what I mean? That's what they used, bro. Like they used toy like models of ships as establishing shots of the ships in space. Whereas if you were to watch like the Star Wars movies that came out on Disney, like the Disney ones, like Force Awakens, and you see the fucking ships in space, like that looks real. So that's what I mean. Like
I get you.
Remakes of live action movies from years ago could benefit more than animation because I believe animation's timeless. Leave it as is. It held up on its own.
I got you.
I believe.
All right, well, Mark, let's start with you, bro. Why not?
A score?
Your score, bro. Well, yeah. What would you rate the OG, and then what would you rate this one?
And then like movie ticket and like your whole thing.
Well, like I said, man, it's hard for me to remember the original OG movie. I can only remember how I felt, if I'm being honest with you. But the way I felt from the original animated film is that I'm like, all right, that bitch was for sure an 8 or 9, right? Obviously, I gave you my rating for the second film, which is a 10, right? So I believe that the first one, I would probably give it an 8. Maybe it's higher if I rewatch it. Maybe I give it that 9. But I would say it's a great film. Same with this one. I think it's a great film. Should I? No, I think it's a great film. Yeah, I'll probably give both the animated movie and this one an 8. Where I think it's a great film because it's really just shot for shot. And every moment still hits.
Okay.
Like in the original.
Is it worth a movie ticket?
Yeah, just a standard one, though.
Oh, okay.
A standard movie ticket.
What about you, Hav?
Well, I thought the original was also great. I thought I felt is same feeling I always get when I watch a movie late. I'm late to the party. I didn't watch it when it first came out because it was super good. Like I said, the animation, like everything, voice acting wise, like it all holds up even 15 years later. So I would probably give the first movie, the OG How to Train Your Dragon, an 8 as well. As for the live action, I thought it was a good adaptation live action wise. I feel like it could serve as a new coat of paint of something you've already seen. For a new generation, I can understand that. However, I do feel like with some scenes with noticeable green screens, certain additions that didn't need to be in the movie, certain that there are additions that are welcomed, but there are some that are not. And Astrid's portrayal just kind of holds me back a little bit. That I just kind of like, if I had the decision to rewatch any of the two, I'd probably just go back to the original. Animated. So I would give the live action How to Train Your Dragon a 7.
Okay. I think is it worth the movie ticket?
To be honest, wait till it's on streaming.
Damn. Okay.
Not because it's bad, but because since it's a live action remake of a movie that you've probably already seen, there's no point in buying $20 movie tickets. We'll keep in mind if parents are going to be taking their kids. Yeah. So you might be risking buying two or three times that price to go see a movie that you guys could just watch the quote unquote better version at home for streaming. You might have a subscription service, streaming service that might have it, or just rent it for $3 as opposed to $60. Or I think kids is cheaper, right? Kid tickets. Yeah. But you'd still be saving a lot more money and the drive and overpriced concession. So I say wait for streaming and like watch it for yourself.
Yeah. I think, I agree with the OG movie with you guys. I think I'm gonna give it an 8 as well. I thought it was great. I'm like, it's definitely one of the animated films I really like, and I'm like, I fuck with this, man. I'm a fan now. I'm excited to see the other ones. This movie, it was very faithful, man. It was very faithful. We obviously there were a couple issues that we talked about, but other than that, I still thought it was great too. I really liked it still. So I'm gonna give this one an 8 as well. Yeah. Okay. So anyway, that's How to Train Your Dragon, guys. So yeah, go check it out if you're a fan of it, if you really like it. Okay, now moving on. Now we're in the HRV news. We're gonna start with gaming first.
All right.
There's a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stuff here. Okay, so this week a game came out that had a lot of eyes on it because it was being dubbed another GTA. Mindseye. So Mindseye came out this week, and it was me and Hector expected a complete mess. A complete mess. My bad.
It's a game mess?
Yeah, it's a mess.
Oh,
Think
shit.
of it as like another like
It's bad, bro.
Like Cyberpunk at launch?
Yeah,
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
like that. Yeah.
PlayStation's issuing refunds.
Yeah, that's one of my
No,
news.
they're
Yeah.
doing that again?
Yeah.
Yeah, PlayStation
Oh,
is issuing refunds because of how bad the game launched. That was one of my news ones. But also I think the one that that's really funny is that Mindseye devs canceled sponsored streams amid launch issues. So people were obviously sponsored by the actual studio to go play their game. But once they realized how bad the game was and realized, yo, no one's going to buy our game if we pay motherfuckers to play it. So they were legit canceling sponsorships mid-stream. We're like, hey, man, can't like stop it. We're canceling it. Like, and streamers like, what the fuck? I never like, oh, I was about to boot up the game, but it's not happening anymore. I literally got an email saying like, yo, it's over. It's canceled. It's not going to happen. Whatever the fuck. Because of how bad the game was performing. And that's fucking insane because I've never actually heard of sponsorships being pulled legit the day of the fucking game coming out.
Yeah. Which
is fucking wild, bro. And another thing is that the devs actually apologized for how bad the performance was of the game, right? Mm-hmm. And they were apologizing like, hey man, like this game came out really poor, whatever the fuck. And what's funny is that we, like I said earlier, me and Hector were kind of seeing this because there was like other like YouTubers were like covering like the coverage of the game, right? And one thing that Hector told me about was like no review copies were being sent out.
Yeah. So Hav was kind of confused. He's like, what the fuck is Mindseye? Let me give you some lore, Hav, if you're listening.
Oh, it's because I looked it up and it was published by IO.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me give you the lore.
Okay.
And because when he brought up GTA, you were making a face too. You're like, what the hell?
Yeah, because I'm like, bro, here I am waiting a fucking year for GTA 6, and now there's another GTA-like game out there.
Okay, so Mindseye, man, it was developed by a studio called Build a Rocket Boy, right? Which was founded by Leslie Benzies, which he is he was a former video game producer and president of Rockstar North.
Whoa.
Yeah, so he has worked on like pretty popular Rockstar titles. So that's why people were like, yo, this is a big deal. And if I don't know if you've seen gameplay, but it looks like a GTA-esque type of game.
World.
Yeah. And it's like sci-fi, right?
Oh shit.
So people were looking forward to it. People were even calling it the GTA killer type bullshit, right? Or like or this is the game you should play for the wait for GTA 6.
yeah.
Shit like that. And it's by the person I just named. He was a former president.
Rockstar dev, yeah.
Exactly. And so people were looking forward to it. And this is their debut title. This is to Build a Rocket Boy's debut title. And people were like extremely looking forward to it, but then a lot of red flags started to pop up where they invited people to get an early access look to the game, but they weren't allowed to capture their own footage at all. That's like another red flag.
Yeah,
they weren't allowed to capture their own footage. They were actually sent they sent emails out to them and they provided their own footage to them to use for their videos and shit, which is already weird.
Yeah.
Also, they did not send out any review copies to any YouTubers or any like big publisher media outlets and stuff.
Fuck.
They didn't send anything like that. So a lot of red flags. And before the game came out, I was even telling Mario, I'm like, yo, dude, I'm kind of skeptical, man, about this. There's a lot of red flags. It's not adding up. That's not a good sign. And sure enough, it released, what was it, June 10?
Yeah, a couple days
I think
ago.
it was 10, I think.
This
Yeah.
past week, yeah.
And it was just a mess. A lot of bugs. To give you perspective as well, it's not an open world like GTA. It's more so like I explained it to Mario like it's like Mafia, which I know you haven't played Mafia, but it's like you are in like this map area. It's not as big as the GTA, and there's not much to do explore because everything you could explore the area, but there's not much to do because everything was built for the main story. Does that make sense? So a lot of people have been having a lot of bug issues. The gameplay just doesn't feel right. There's also no police system, so you can go out there, kill civilians, and do whatever you want, and nothing is going on. A bunch of crashes, a bunch of performance issues has been going on. It's basically like another cyberpunk situation, man. Another cyberpunk situation to where PlayStation is now accepting refunds. And yeah, it's just a disaster, bro. It's not looking good at all.
Do you think, because you said it's another cyberpunk situation, do you think it's also another Cyberpunk situation where if the bugs were fixed, it would be?
I was having this conversation with Mario in the car on the way to see the How to Train Your Dragon. I said no, but before I actually dive into it, let me give you another red flag situation here. So they have this Discord, right? And he's there, like the creator of the development studio and whatever. He's actually talking with the community, right? And he came out and said that all this hate that's coming out, like for Mindseye and shit, that he claims that other creators are being paid to talk shit about the game because they don't want the game to compete with Rockstar and GTA. Yeah, that's what he said. Like,
Okay.
he said him like the executive man, the mero man, right, on Discord, and people were like, "What the fuck? That's kind of unprofessional. Well, why are you saying that? It's kind of unprofessional." Blah blah blah. And he's saying, "Hey, I forgot his exact words, but he just said along the lines of, it's not really crazy if it's true." So he's out here claiming that, yeah, bro, these guys are getting paid, bro, to be talking shit about my game, and that's just like, why are you saying that as the exact man? Like that doesn't look good. You know, it's already like that's like a kind of like another red flag. That's kind of weird. It's like, why you actually believe Rockstar are paying creators to talk shit about your game?
Like Rockstar's
not worried about you, bro.
Yeah.
GTA is not worried about you, bro. Regardless, like what other developers are watching for the release date or watching the drop for GTA 6. They're trying to stay away from that nuke, boy. That's about to drop on your ass. That's gonna drop on the gaming industry. They're not worried about you. So anyway, that's like some other lore. But anyway, going back to your question, I told Mario that I don't think so. The reason why Cyberpunk was able to was able to recover was because the only issues that was wrong with it was really the performance issues and the bugs. The story and everything else was really good. A lot of people liked it. And versus in Mindseye, the story is very mediocre and just generic. It's not great. It's not there. On top of it, Cyberpunk, the developer CD Projekt Red, they were already established. They were already known by creating The Witcher and all these games that people really love. So of course it was a lot easier for them to recover because they already had a track record of, hey man, like, you guys make good games. And they also said, hey, we understand that they had issues. We didn't want to push it out to, it's the higher ups, blah, 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 whatever. Versus here in Mindseye, this is Build a Rocket Boy. This is their debut title, bro.
Right.
They got no track record, bro. You know what I mean? They got no track record. If anything, I think that they potentially could recover if maybe the story was fire, but people are saying that it's just mediocre. It's whatever. So there's no reason to really come back. You know what I mean? So that's just what I think. I personally think that this is a terrible mistake for a debut title, man. Like, this can't be your first fucking game, bro. It just can't. Your first fucking game as a brand new studio, it's gonna make you or break you, bro. It is what it is. You know what I mean? And unfortunately, this is breaking this development studio, man. It's breaking to Build a Rocket Boy, and it's over, man. I don't know. I don't think they'll be able to recover. Versus Sandfall Interactive, man. Their debut title was Expedition 33, and that clearly made them. And it's just it's the complete opposite of what's going on with Mindseye and the Build a Rocket Boy. I don't think they could recover, man. I think they could have if the story was like, whoa, fire, like on some Cyberpunk shit, and if they maybe had like a better track record. But dude, this is their first fucking shit. This is their first. It's like Hav. It's like a grand opening of a restaurant. You go there and the food's ass. You gonna go there again, Hav? Hell no. You're like, grand opening. What the hell? Y'all should have been closed. Y'all should have stayed closed. Y'all shouldn't even open. Does that make sense? I mean, you can't do that.
Right. You
literally cannot do that. It's your debut title. That's unacceptable. You know?
Yeah. Damn.
So I don't know. I don't think they'll recover because the next project that they announce, people are gonna be like, bro,
skeptical.
Really? Yeah, they're like,
now more than what they were
like,
with
bro,
Mindseye.
your first title was dog shit.
Yep.
We're not gonna check you out, bro. So it's a raps. You know what I mean?
It's true.
It's like you barely open, but it's already closed. Like, fuck is you talking about? Fuck is you talking about, bitch ass? You know what I mean, bro?
Yeah.
Versus in Cyberpunk and CD Projekt Red, it's like, listen, bro, you made bangers, so we'll give you a try. You know what I mean? Like, we'll see what's up. Just like with Obsidian, right? Obsidian was known for making great games. They released just recently Avowed. That was like mixed reviews, like mediocre. That's okay game. Now they're releasing fucking The Outer Worlds 2, and people are looking forward to that more. Instead of being like, nah, fuck that. Avowed was whatever. We're not gonna check Outer Worlds. No, they're like, you know what? It's Obsidian. They made some bangers before. Let's check it out. Right? To build a Rocket Boy doesn't have that. Mindseye doesn't have that. There's no like, let's see. You know what I mean? It's over. Like, this was their debut title, man.
Bro.
Brody.
No, they fucked up.
A grand opening. Imagine grand opening a steakhouse and the steak is raw. Like, complete raw. Just like, hey, man. I don't know, man. I'm trying to connect it with how.
Yeah.
You get what I mean, though. Yeah. Pretty much I sold it. Like, having a grand opening of a restaurant that's ass. It's like, what's going on here? Anyway,
hell no.
That's the situation with Mindseye.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it's not looking good, right?
A lot of refunds and shit that coming out.
Crazy.
And I'm glad that we didn't buy it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? It's $60, by the way.
No, bro.
And that's another thing too. It's like too good to be true. It's like, you guys are promising a lot of things and the gameplay looks cool, but for $60, interesting. I don't know. Maybe it's too good to be true. But yeah.
Damn.
All right, so moving on. Another big piece of news is y'all remember the game Dragon Age Veilguard, right?
Yeah.
The game that came out back in I think October of last year, I believe so. So a new report came out basically talking about how development went for the game, right? All right, so originally when Dragon Age Veilguard was supposed to be a single player game. It was supposed to be like that from the very jump, like how I wanted it to, right? All right. But then executives at EA forced them to become a live service game. So when that decision was made, the lead, who was in charge of Veilguard, what's his name? Find his name real quick. Mike. Mike Laidlaw, who disagreed with the decision, resigned from the studio. And Matt Goldman took over for Laidlaw and began work on the new online multiplayer version of the next Dragon Age title. So that happened. So then they designed the game for multiple years. We're working on this live service model of the game. Then they come back, the executives, and be like, hey, live service ain't it. Go back to single player. Go back, bro. Go back to single player.
It's been 4 years.
It's been 3 years. And so imagine being a dev and be like, we just spent 3 years designing a multiplayer game. Now you want me to go back to a single player game when that was the original idea?
Oh, and the release date stays the same.
Dude, it was...
No, bro, that's terrible.
And I believe that they only had a year and a half to course correct that.
Nah.
A year and a half, bro. And obviously they said that all the devs from the article said like, because of that. No, at the time they said that they were making decisions because they thought they had a year to do all this shit. But in reality, they had a year and a half. So obviously because of that, the game was not good. They had to deal with very strict deadlines like these developers. So the story, the gameplay, the writing, which was one of my major fucking main flaws of the game. The game was a flop. Man. I mean, it was a flop.
I'm not even kidding. I think 1 month after its release, it was free on PlayStation.
The PS Plus.
PS Plus thing.
Yeah, man.
You showed us that, yeah.
And it was like a month or something.
And it's no surprise, bro.
What? That's crazy, huh? A month?
Honestly, man, the failure of Veilguard, I don't think it's on the devs. It's on the executives.
Absolutely.
For fucking doing those decisions.
And dude, this is not the first time that EA be making these stupid ass calls on their games and shit, bro.
Yeah, that's true.
EA has had a track record in the past of just doing bullshit like this. And that's kind of what causes the detriment of a bunch of their fucking games. But because EA is such a big company that puts out different types of games every fucking year, like, don't they do or am I confusing? No, they're the ones that do like the FIFA games, the WWE games, and those, right?
Just all those games.
It's like, to them, it doesn't matter whether Veilguard fails or not because they have like 7 other games in the back burner. Like,
it sucks because we don't know. Like EA has a lot of studios, a lot of like titles that aren't just sports related.
No, right.
And EA and BioWare is one of the few ones that remain that are still making like games like Mass Effect, games like Dragon Age, you know?
It's in Dead Space EA as well.
I believe so.
Remember, like a couple months ago, like they wanted to make another Dead Space, but EA shut it down.
Yeah,
like,
EA shut it down. Like EA is just all they give a fuck about, bro, is just getting the same money from the sports gamers.
Yeah.
For the Madden Ultimate Team from the it's not called FIFA no more. It's called Ultimate Soccer or some shit. But basically, what FIFA used to be.
no?
FC.
I think it is
football club.
Yeah.
Foot club. No, football club.
I don't fucking know, but like
what it stands
they
for.
just legit because they make so much money off of Madden. They make so much money off whatever the fuck FIFA is called now that they don't really need.
It's like fucking Valve, bro.
It's like Valve in a way,
not
yeah.
wanting to revive a Half-Life or Left 4 Dead and shit because they got Steam, bro. They're
Like-
making billions of dollars.
No, I really want to do.
Steam.
I just off topic, but like I really want like some sort of like YouTuber to go in there and be like, "Yo, what's a day to day look like for a Valve employee? What the fuck are they doing every day, bro? Like, what are they doing? Making sure the store works? Like, what
having beach parties.
Like, what do they do? What do they do? Legit, what are they working on? Because, dude, they were a studio.
They're trying to figure out what the next couple of games are going to be on sale for next week.
Dude, I fucking like.
What do you mean, bro?
Oh my
Every
God.
week they
I
do
don't know.
sales.
I don't know, man. This sucks because Veilguard needed to be a win for BioWare in order for the studio not to get more in fear of getting shut down.
Yeah.
Because the way I look at it, I feel like EA is just wanting to shut down BioWare, but they can't because they know
also-
the reputation BioWare has.
Because they also did the Mass Effect, right?
BioWare has made Dragon Age and Mass Effect, and I think a few spinoffs out. I could be wrong on that, but the next game they have is Mass Effect, and if Mass Effect,
They're making another Mass Effect?
yeah, it's they're going back. Forget Andromeda. Forget that shit even exists. It's not a bad game, but just forget that exists because it's a follow up to 3, Mass Effect 3. But if the point is if that doesn't do well, I'm being so dead ass honest with you. You might see BioWare get shut down if Mass Effect isn't OW.
Well, what's fucked is that is that if there's a chance that the new Mass Effect game fails, it probably wasn't even their fault. It's probably some other EA bullshit.
I hope it's not. I
they tell
hope
them to do
that
shit.
I hope that those execs just learn like, hey man, this game failed partially because of us. And
Yeah.
I just let the developers do what they want, bro. If you just support the devs and you put the gamer first, great things will happen. The money will follow.
Yes,
That's the mindset you have to have at the end of the day, right? But that sucks because I was Veilguard, right? Keeping on with the theme of bad news, Ben Studios has fired some devs.
Ooh.
You know Ben. Ben Studios is the studio that made Days Gone.
Okay, I was gonna say they sound familiar.
And I'm not surprised by it, if I'm being honest with you, because I don't know if you know the reason why they haven't put anything out in a while, and it's gonna be even a longer wait, is because PlayStation had them making a live service game that got canceled.
oh my god!
And that is why people got fired because
After Concord, they all right, no more live service, guys. We're done.
yeah, bro.
We just lost $50 million. We're done. No more live service.
So Ben Studios was working on a live service game. We don't know what it was, but it got canned after probably Concord, I'm pretty sure. And because of those devs that they don't need anymore, because like, hey man, we don't need these extra. I think it's like 30% got laid off, or 30 devs got laid. Let me see exactly. It was like 30% or some shit like that. Yeah, roughly 30% of the studio's dismissal in recent. That's a big chunk, bro.
Wait, okay.
Holy shit.
Okay.
I thought it was 30 devs. Well, I'm like, wait, I'm pretty sure it said 30%.
Days Gone Remastered just dropped, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's another.
I got to see if it did. I don't know if it did well. Do you have info on that?
No.
Like it's sold well?
But no,
whatever?
that backs up your point where like it's not needed. The remaster.
No, oh yeah, the remaster for sure. But if it did well, I hope the reason why I'm saying I hope it does
Days
well.
Gone 2.
Exactly.
Because
What if PlayStation busted in
here?
here?
It's on a cliffhanger, bro. I hate that.
What if PlayStation busted in there and said, "Hey man, fuck this live service shit. Days Gone remasters racking up numbers. Let's go back to single player. Days Gone 2. Let's get it. Run it. Go ahead."
Yeah, I
Let's
hope
do it.
it's all it says right now is that they're currently just trying to get their heads on straight in terms of what they want to do next.
Days Gone 2. Please,
So
man,
hopefully,
green
I
light
mean,
that.
the easiest layup to make money and to get a game out. Well, we don't know how long it's going to take because obviously I'm pretty sure they want to improve upon it. But Days Gone 2.
Because here's the thing, right? If I feel like they remastered Days Gone to test the waters, man, and be like, yeah, let's see if people fuck with it or not, right? I know they said Days Gone 2 is canceled, like PlayStation canceled it, but hey, if Days Gone Remastered does really well and it makes a lot of money, there's a chance that Days Gone 2 could, come in the mix. And I'm telling you right now, Days Gone 2 is one of those games where if it was ever announced at one of the showcases,
Yeah.
I'd be freaking out over.
Same here, bro. I enjoyed Days Gone. I enjoyed
Even
Days
though
Gone.
Days Gone was just controversial, man. Like people really liked it. A lot of people did not like it at all, and that is why it was canned for Days Gone 2. Because I don't think it's.
I think Days Gone, yeah, because it came out when there's a bunch of zombie games coming out.
Oh yeah,
and it actually ended up being one of those, like, because at the time when that phase of gaming, right, most of the zombie games were kind of mediocre or bad. And Days Gone just got mixed in with that lump, even though it was a great game, in my opinion, right? Everyone's different.
I've always had my eyes on it, man. I think when they first revealed it back in E3. When E3 was still
yeah.
And I remember loving it because it was like, holy shit.
It looked cool.
Zombies in the hordes and motorcycles. I'm over here thinking, this is some Daryl Dixon Walking Dead shit.
I'm over
at the time, you know what I mean? I'm like,
this
is
some
fire.
emo ass shit. I love it, don't I?
It's just my vibe, bro.
Yeah.
It's just my vibe. Holy shit. Like,
double pump shotgun. Bro's tatted up.
Yeah.
Give me that shit right now.
He's on a bike. Yeah. Zombies. You already know. That's me, right?
I'm in the woods, alone with my thoughts.
Hey, yo.
Fuck yeah.
Hey, yo.
And it's Darth Maul. Say loud.
Dumbass. You wish that they would make a Magic Mike game.
This motherfucker. Nah, but wait, what the fuck? No, the studio actually they made a post on social media. Let me find it real quick.
You want a male stripper simulator game?
Nah, that's what Javi wants.
How did I get into this shit?
Yeah,
Javi wants a Spider-Man male stripper simulator.
So right, yeah.
No, he wants a bartender simulator, but like only sodas.
And everything on tap is Mountain Dew with no ice.
Yeah, so Javis like perfect like the round of my ice and soda.
No. The customer comes up. He's like, "What, guys? Like, what do you have on tap? I have a bunch of different options. All right, give me this one.
Mountain Dew Blue, Mountain Dew Red, Mountain Dew Red, Mountain Dew Diet, no Diet Mountain Dew.
My personal favorite, Mountain Dew with 2% alcohol.
Mountain Dew with ice, Mountain Dew with no ice, Mountain Dew with ice. Anyway.
So the post that they had, they posted on their social media is today we said, okay, let me start again. Today we say goodbye to some incredibly talented teammates as we transition to our next project. We are deeply thankful for their contributions as they shaped who we are, and their impact will always be part of our story. This is a difficult moment for our team, but we hold immense respect for everyone who got us here. As we move forward, we remain committed to building the future of Ben Studio with creativity, passion, and innovation in the titles we craft. So that's the message they basically said in response to the layoffs, which that sucks. Not gonna lie to you, because they just wasted who knows how many years on that live service game when they could have been making Days Gone 2 or a new IP. Which I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you, man. Which whenever shit like that happens, bro, it personally just annoys the hell out of me, because I'm just like, why'd you even go to the live? Like I had this idea years ago, like, why are we all going live service? Like, it's very hard to make a very successful live service game, but I don't fucking know. But in some good news, there's a recent rumor going around that The Witcher 3 is to get a brand new DLC in 2026. Okay. So CD Projekt Red is reportedly releasing The Witcher 3 DLC this year. So apparently there's this Polish podcasters, and they have insight into CDPR, CD Projekt Red.
Really?
Yeah, and from that podcast, it says, from the information we have collected, it turns out that the announced mysterious project by CD Projekt Red, made by Fooled, I think that's the name of their pod, is a story DLC for The Witcher 3. This is confirmed through information from several independent sources. What we know is that this is a DLC for The Witcher 3. Based on that piece of information, I can't confirm it any further, but the earliest it could be is the future year. We also have more. We also more or less know the order of the releases. First, mods for consoles, then the DLC for The Witcher 3, then The Witcher 4, and then I didn't know this, and then finally the remake of The Witcher 1. So I mean, this is cool. Witcher 3 DLC, bring it on, because I fully beat the Witcher 3 main campaign, and I forgot what the other DLC was. I didn't fully beat Blood and Wine. I fully beat the other one. I forgot what that DLC was called. Like Hunt of the Wild. No, that's in the game. Whatever it is, that one, right?
Yeah,
but if this DLC does indeed drop for a game that came out, I forgot how long ago, like what, 10 years ago?
For which one?
Witcher 3. When did that game drop?
Ooh,
I'm trying to fucking remember, because, dude, this is unprecedented.
That was a while ago.
This has never happened before in the game industry. 2015. So 10 years ago, bro. a 10-year-old game is gonna drop a story DLC. When's the last time you ever heard that happen for another title?
That's true. But you said this was a rumor, right?
This is a rumor, but it's being claimed because they have independent sources who are from the studio, from what I've read, or not. I could have that detail messed up, but apparently they have sources. That is confirmed. They have sources, and they're saying it's Witcher 3 DLC.
That's gonna, I don't know, man. Maybe they're gonna do it before Witcher 4.
Well, it has to be before 4. I feel like the only reason this is why I slightly believe it's kind of real is because it's building up hype for The Witcher 4, but then I also don't believe it's true because I'm like, y'all, it's The Witcher 4. You don't need to do this. Like, motherfuckers are gonna come regardless. But I get, but it's also like it's something CD Projekt Red would do. Like they would do, they would do some shit like this, bro. The anime Edge Runners, bro, they included it in the game. It's in the game. Like a little Easter egg shit. Like they're the type of studio that does cool shit like that. So that's why I somewhat believe. I'm like, you know what? It does fit their rep of doing cool shit where like it doesn't really make any sense. Well, the anime one does make sense, I guess, but this doesn't make sense, right? But that's a little cool rumor. Hopefully it's true because I would definitely play it. It gives me a reason to replay the game and buy it on PC. I'm just waiting for an excuse to buy it on PC. I'm being honest with you. Okay, so this next one, I think I'm gonna let Hector take over because this one, he's an OG for this.
Oh, this is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So this is incredible, exciting news, man. This is like just random on a weekday, just completely random. And that is Konami has confirmed that a Silent Hill remake is in the works, in development.
Silent Hill 1.
Bloober Team. Yeah.
The very original game.
And they revealed it like on their social media. Just they said, "Fuck it, man." And that's extremely exciting news, man. We're getting a Silent Hill remake, which and with the same developing studio, the Bloober Team, man, same people that did Silent Hill 2 remake, which we all loved. So you could only
they're
imagine.
About to release their own new IP.
Oh yeah, Chronos New Dawn. Which that game looks
which
really
we got to
fire.
look at it. What showcase? I forgot what showcase it was. Was it Xbox or was it Summer Games Fest?
I saw them show a little bit of gameplay during Xbox show.
Yeah,
it was Xbox. Okay, it was Xbox.
Yeah, it was Xbox. So yeah, Silent Hill, man. What do you guys think? Holy shit!
I'm excited.
I was freaking out, man. Especially when I heard the theme music for the game. I'm like, no way.
I'm excited for it because obviously I never played that one, and then coming off the Silent Hill 2 remake, I was really enjoyed that game a lot, right? So I'm expecting the same thing for Silent Hill 1 in terms of what they're going to deliver.
Dude, I saw people on social media saying like, "Oh, I hope they don't do the same thing that they did with Silent Hill 2 remake. Like it has to be different, blah blah blah." But I don't know if I agree with that, man. Like I kind of want it to be similar to Silent Hill 2 remake or even Silent Hill F, like third person. Like I want that.
You want the third person?
Yeah, I want that shit.
Is Silent Hill? Yeah. I thought Silent Hill 1 wasn't third person, or is it not?
What?
Silent Hill 1?
Yeah, isn't that
it is, but not like.
You mean like the
not
fixed
like
camera?
The remake.
Oh,
not like the remake at
okay.
all.
I know what you mean. Okay, yeah.
It's similar to Silent Hill 2. It's not like exactly like the remake, and like there's fixed camera shots as well when you enter certain buildings or like areas. I want it to play like Silent Hill 2 remake.
That's what I want.
You know what I mean? I think that'd be fire. But overall, that's it. That's what you guys got to say. You guys,
I'm just looking. I'm
do you guys
looking
know
forward.
like at least like a synopsis of it?
No, I don't. I know nothing about the game.
I know it deals with a dad and his daughter, but that is all I know.
I'll give you a synopsis.
I didn't even know that.
Oh,
I didn't know.
No, so you're playing as this guy Harry Mason. He's the main guy. You have he has his daughter, and you guys are on this on your way to Silent Hill at like a resort area.
Yeah,
on a vacation. And randomly, as he's driving, it's nighttime. You see this ghostly figure on the road. What the fuck? Typical horror movie shit. What the fuck? And because of that, he ends up crashing his car.
He swerves.
He swerves, crashes his car. He wakes up in a daze. Like, what the hell's going on? To find that his daughter's missing. His daughter's missing. He's like, what the fuck? And so he enters Silent Hill to look for his daughter. And that's it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Nice.
That's all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna spoil anything else.
Okay. What's it? All right, bet. I mean, I was gonna play it regardless. I think that's all I need, bro. One trailer, then that's all I need.
Dude, I hope it's lit, man. I don't know. I hope it's really good. I hope so. I'm excited for that.
All right. Hopefully it comes out in the next less than 3 years.
Hopefully,
because
man.
in the trailer they just
it was
said
just a
active
video.
development.
Yeah, that's it. It was just a small, quick video fading in with the Silent Hill theme, and it just said Silent Hill in development with the Bloober team. So, and I said this before, I'm pretty sure in the review, that if they were to remake it, it has to be that one. You know, there's no way they were going to skip out on the first one. And like I said, I think Silent Hill 2 Remake was like one of those like a strategic type of move. It was obviously the most popular Silent Hill game, and it's kind of its standalone game as well. So they're saying, you know what, let's remake it. Let's see how well it does. And it did incredibly well. So they said, yeah, we're gonna continue the remakes. And if this game does well, then we can expect a Silent Hill 3 remake.
Yeah. I'm assuming it will, bro. I think
Silent
we're gonna
Hill
get the
4.
trilogy.
Yeah, and yeah, I think the cutoff's gonna be 4. I think they're only gonna remake 4, and that's it. The rest of the other Silent Hills are like, we're fine, we're good.
Okay.
Yeah, because the other ones are all on PS3.
Okay.
Yeah. But anyway, moving on, man. That's some exciting
All right.
news.
So
Silent Hill.
moving on from one franchise to another, Dying Light, the Beast. Apparently, when we beat this game, because this is probably a game we're both going to be playing. It's apparently going to give us a glimpse of what's to come.
Whoa.
All right. So according from, I'm assuming with like the head developer of the game, he said, or she said, I can't really tell. I'm trying to find the first name, but it's only giving me the last name. I can't find it anywhere in the article. But the last name, I'm assuming it's the last name, is Seme Katala mentioned, right? Said that when you play the game, until the end, you will get a glimpse, a piece of what we have planned for the future of the series. I don't want to hype this because it's a very short scene, but still, there is a tease, the glimpse of what's going to happen. This says confidently that Dying Light is here to stay, and we want to do more with it. The Beast is kind of like the ending of the first decade, the first era, but also an opening of what's to come.
Ooh.
So keep that in mind when we're playing this game. They're treating it like Dying Light 3, but keep that in mind. It's kind of like, this is kind of like a fair
reboot, a little bit.
Kind of like a soft reboot, if that makes sense. Also, another quick cool thing is that this game would have never happened if the voice actor for Kyle Crane couldn't come back. So they flat out just said like, yo, this game would not have happened. If he wasn't there, we would not have made the game.
Damn. Okay.
So that's another cool tidbit.
And you know, speaking of Dying Light the Beast, they actually released 30 minutes of like.
I still need
gameplay.
to check that out.
I haven't seen it yet. I still want to.
Yeah.
I'm thinking maybe recording my reaction to it or something. I don't know. But yeah, that's something to look forward to if you can go check that out. 30 minutes of gameplay. People are saying it's fire, bro. A lot of people are excited about this game.
That's why they said that they're treating it like Dying Light 3. People were afraid like, yo, is this Dying Light 3? No, but they're treating it like it's Dying Light 3. So you don't have to worry about them being like half-assing or whatever the fuck. They're very much improving upon the game. This is the
sequel to the first one, man, basically.
Yeah, basically, bro.
Because Dying Light 2, it wasn't Kyle Crane. It was, who was it?
It was, Dying Light 2 was...
It was someone else.
It was someone else. I forgot who.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot who it was. But that was it for Dying Light.
I have some details for Dying Light.
The
Beast.
Go ahead.
I have on here basically what the Mario had said about how Dying Light the Beast director says the game, quote, really is Dying Light 3.
Yeah, sure.
And then he provided some details about the game, which is that as far as the director, which I don't know the person's name, his is a guy. His last playthrough took over 30 hours.
I expected that.
It will cost $60 at launch. Can use guns and vehicles.
All right.
Yeah.
It is set. First game.
It is set 13 years after Dying Light 1, and it will have day and night cycle similar to Dying Light 1.
Fire.
Another quote from the director, he says, "It's the best Dying Light game we've ever made."
Hey, man. Hopefully, bro.
Yeah.
Because Dying Light 1 was really well received. I liked it a lot.
Do you remember the ending that we got from the DLC?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So it leaves me confused because the ending week, and I don't want to speak because of him. I'm confused. I'm telling you right now, I'm confused as to how we are what we are.
And then Dying Light 2 was like mixed, bro.
Yeah.
It was really mixed. Like more on the lower end. Like people like it was not as good as
more
the first
bad
one.
than good, but still there was some good.
Which I haven't played, man. I plan on playing it before Dying Light the Beast.
Yeah.
But okay.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the beast. I am looking forward to this.
Stay human
for sure.
All right, so
Dying Light 2, Stay Human.
Okay, so that was that. To move on to the next one, this is something where I'm a little bit worried, but it's not really a big worry in terms of the grand scheme of things. 007, we got more info from the director, Jonathan Lacaille. I'm mispronouncing his last name, but he basically what?
So because Hector mentioned what was the dude's name in Dying Light 2, and I'm looking it up just to get the person's name to answer your question, but I'm reading more into Dying Light 2, and it's making a lot of the shit that you guys talk about Dying Light 2 make more sense.
Yeah, it's yeah.
So so David Bell is the guy who provided motion capture for Hakan. Hakon?
Is that the guy you play as?
I think so.
I'm assuming.
And then Rosario Dawson plays
she's
Lawan.
Isn't that from the first game?
It's from the second game. I have Dying Light 2 Stay Human pulled up. And I see this dude's face, David Bell. This guy. And I'm like, who is this guy? I've seen him somewhere. And it's because he was in a movie that I watched years ago with Paul Walker. It was called Brick Mansions. And that was a movie that dealt heavily with parkour. In fact, this guy is known as one of the biggest people who made parkour mainstream. He's considered the godfather or the founder of parkour. And now when I take that into account and I think back to a zombie game you guys keep bringing up every now and then that had Mario didn't like the parkour shit. And then I'm looking down and I look back at you guys and I was like, oh, it was this game. Was it? Or am I wrong?
No, yeah. You're wrong.
It was the game that with the parkour shit, and Mario wasn't a fan of that.
Yeah.
And now I see this motherfucker hit him like that's why the game had parkour, because this guy David Bell is like.
No, the first game was parkour too.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. Both games are like
both
that,
games are
and this
parkour.
game's going to be like that too.
So then why didn't you like the parkour shit?
I know, right? He's a weirdo. I don't know.
Wait, so you don't like it in Stay Human, but you liked it in the first one, or you don't like it in general?
No, I'm just not a fan of it.
In general, like
in general,
I like I enjoyed Dead Island more.
Oh, okay.
Because Dead Island doesn't have it.
No, yeah, okay.
I like the parkour system.
He likes both equally.
I like
crazy, bro.
The parkour's badass.
Bro, he's dishonoring.
Fuck you.
He's dishonoring the memories we made on Dead Island.
Hell no, bro. Fuck no. Listen,
which game you have more memories on, Dead Island or Dying Light?
Listen, I'm more of a zombie fan than y'all motherfuckers.
We know that. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm already coming up with ways of like, yo, how can a zombie game stand out? What would be so badass? And I remember when I was a kid, whatever, a bit younger, I'm like, dude, it'd be so. Remember parkour was like a big thing.
Yeah, that was
big
when we were growing up. Yeah, when we were kids.
It's like, dude, imagine parkour and like zombies.
The way you said
zombies,
it was funny.
the zombies are around. You're out here running away, but imagine you're running away, but in a parkour way.
Right.
Wouldn't that be so badass?
Yeah.
Dying Light came. Maybe that's where they took inspiration too. Like, yo, what if we did parkour with zombies? You know, parkour is like a craze or whatever. Because Dying Light came out in 2014, 15?
15.
Yeah, I was in
15,
high school.
right? So it was still relatively popular. I'm like, dude, that's so badass. Like, imagine just running away from the zombies and shit. They're chasing after you, but you're doing parkour. Like, that's badass.
Yeah.
So when Dying Light came to fruition, man, I was like, yo, this is I'm day one. This is day one right now.
Yeah.
And then if you look at the E3 trailer, dude, the cinematic trailer is so badass. Or I gotta put it on for you.
I got you. I'll watch.
Where the fucking running from the zombies and stuff, and I'm pretty sure maybe you've seen it, but it's just cinematic. It's badass. Another cinematic trailer that's also badass is Dead Island. Like I love Dead Island too. Like
I love Dead Island.
Dead Island's fire, right?
It's fire.
It's really good. It's fun, but I'm just saying that like.
You just like both.
I like the
both,
parkour, man. I really like the parkour.
Okay.
You could be drop kicking motherfuckers. You could jump from a building and like land on someone. Like it's
That's
just,
cool.
It's cool. I know. I know, girl. I know, girl. Yo, and how and at night and at night these volatiles come out, like these infected creatures.
Fun.
These motherfuckers run at you at night, and they be catching up to you even if you're doing parkour. So imagine you're running in the slums, bro, on the buildings. You're like running the slums. You're monkey vaulting. You're doing all this shit, and there's a system as well while you're running. I forgot what it was, R3 or whatever. Where as you're running, you could look back,
and
it goes in slow motion a little bit. So as you're running, you can hit that button in slow motion. You can see like 3 motherfuckers chasing after you.
Yeah.
And it's just like a scary feeling, bro. It's so
But that
cool.
sounds so cool.
It is.
So I don't know why Mario doesn't.
I don't know. He's just not a fan of it. I don't know. He doesn't like the climbing shit. He doesn't like the parkour shit. I don't get it. It's cool, Hob. It's badass, bro. We gotta play it, girl.
I'm gonna try it out.
It's
I wanna
fun.
Try it out.
It's fun, dude, because you're running and shit, and you're somersaulting. You're doing the monkey rolls and shit. Like it's fun. It's a good time, especially at nighttime, dude. The nighttime.
I like their day-night cycle. That's
That
something,
shit's
I think
spooky, bro.
I think that's something that they did that was new.
That was their whole marketing.
Yeah, the
good
day night.
Good luck.
Yeah, and it's so cool. Like the day night shit, that shit cool.
And then the DLC's fire as well. It's called Dying Light: The Following, and like instead of in the slums in the city area, you're in this open world countryside.
Yeah,
and you're riding around in doom buggies and
that's
shit.
when they introduced
and,
the vehicles.
Yeah.
Yeah, we played that one too. We played all the DLCs, which is why like I have questions as to this game. I'm like,
yeah, for sure. Dying Light: The Beast.
I might miss something. Like what the fuck?
Dying Light: The Beast, I'm sure will answer those questions.
Yeah.
But dude, it's fire, huh? Come on, cowgirl. But I don't know.
It's fun, right? Because when you have everything flowing, you don't fuck up any of the climb. But when you fuck up the climb, it's like, oh, I gotta climb that bitch again. Come on now, like fuck.
That's a skill issue, boy.
That's
a skill issue, boy.
No,
if
bro,
you fuck up the climb, you fuck up the climb.
But then it just takes the fun out of it. You know what I mean?
I don't know, man.
Just like, okay,
with Dead Island, it's just like simple, and I'm just like, yo, I'm fucking having so much
Out
fun.
of all the zombie games, man, Dying Light's up there for me. Ooh. For sure.
Out of all the zombie games?
There's a lot of zombie games, man. There's a lot of
There's a lot.
And I played a lot.
I gotta think, I don't know.
And it's definitely up there.
I gotta
for
think.
Me. I really like Dying Light. Same thing with Dead Island. I'm not saying one is better than the other. I really like them a lot. Dead Island 2 was really fun as well.
Yeah, I know. I liked it too.
So I'm curious. I really want to check out Dying Light 2, but I heard it's really mixed, and I feel like I might not like it as much as the first or even Dead Island 2. Because Dead Island 2 is solid.
Yeah,
I think I'll give that an 8. It's a great time.
For me, it's a 7 or 8. 7, it's good to great.
Yeah.
But either way, to transition to another game, 007 First Light. We got some more details in terms of how they're going to approach gameplay. So, like I said, Jonathan Lacali, who is the director, spoke about how they're going to balance IO's signature style whilst catering to the James Bond-centric story. Because obviously, IO, they made Hitman. So if you know Hitman, you know how they're very, very stealth-driven games. But also, if you know James Bond, you know that they're very action. Not games, but like he's a very action-heavy character in terms of his movies and in the games, right? And so basically, it's going to be a mix of both, but they're going to be leaning more into their style. But they are going to be leaning more into the action than in their Hitman series, if that makes sense. And to me,
I fuck with that.
To me, I'm happy, but at the same time, like I'm a James Bond. Like I love the James Bond games, the 007 games.
Let's get a car scene where you're using the gadgets in your car and shit.
No, I'm pretty sure they are. It was like that in some of the games I played, like Everything or Nothing. Like those were some of my favorite missions. Yeah. So I'm just hoping there's enough action to satisfy my need because I'm playing as 007 motherfucker. Like I better get my action need, man.
But they gotta have some stealth in there too, you know. You gotta have some stealth missions in there.
Oh yeah, I know.
But yeah,
I hope so. All right, so moving on, and then we'll get to the last big thing, which Javi knows where I'm going with that.
Okay.
Obviously, the new Persona game got announced at the remake, and it's called Persona 4 Revival, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. Yes. And we will be making a separate pod for that, guys. Xbox showcase, everything that was announced through there.
So, so Persona 4 Revival got teased at the Xbox showcase, which was fucking hype, obviously. But after the announcement, after their post, Atlas.
Atlas,
Atlas Studios or P Studios, whatever fucking actual studio name that makes the game. They made a sent a little message under that post, and they basically one of the key things about it said that we are actively preparing for the future development of the Persona series as a studio. We are working hard to meet the expectations of fans around the world, and our work is progressing well. Please stay tuned for more updates. So that basically, man, Persona 6 coming, man, it's coming, and I need it to happen now, right?
But it's cool that they're remaking the old ones.
Yeah, I know. I'm for sure gonna play it.
That's fire.
I'm for sure gonna play it, man. So I'm excited for that. That little message was nice to finally read that because we're just waiting. Persona fans are just waiting for Persona 6. I'm waiting for Persona 6, and I guess Persona 4 Revival is a good thing to help with the wait because we don't know when that game's coming out. Revival, by the way, it was just a teaser, and that's it. We don't know when it's coming out. All right, but with this last one, this was not only is it cool information, but it's a cool in how I figured it out or how it was made. I'm trying to find the right word. How I was made.
How it was revealed.
Yeah, there we go. Revealed to me. Okay. I'll let Hav take it over for this.
And I
one.
take the W for that.
Okay.
Because I was responsible for it. So, do you want me to tell the story and transition to like the news?
Yeah,
I don't even know what's going on.
Do it like that, or say the news and then tell
the story and then transition into the news.
So, as you guys know, at the Summer Game Fest, we had a bunch of different games that was all announced during the event. Well, a bunch of creators, like YouTubers that make gaming content, apparently were able to have access to play demos of certain games. So a bunch of people got to play demos for, oh my God, the name just went away. That Capcom game, the third-person one. Fuck, what it's called.
Pragmata?
That one. Oh. Yeah, Pragmata. Which I heard the gameplay is different. Like, by the way, I've looked at it and it's crazy, but people are fucking with it.
Fire.
I've heard how you play it and it's like, that sounds complicated because you're doing two things at once. I don't know. Either way, it sounds interesting. I might have to check it out, but the gameplay sounds crazy. People have tried out gameplay for the Unimusha game, another Capcom game and stuff like that. So I believe it was demos on just the Capcom games, which means that people got to see a demo on Resident Evil Requiem.
Whoa.
And so a bunch of people got hands-on time. Well, usually the presentations were that they went to a room and they saw a presentation, a demo of the game. Then after that, they would take them to another room where they would actually get to play the demos hands-on. Now, as far as gaming YouTubers, I don't really watch a lot except for this one dude that it's always been my go-to guy, and that's a very relatively popular gaming YouTuber by the name of Maximilian Dude. So I watch his videos. He's really big on fighting games. I'm big on fighting games. That's kind of how I found him. And he was actually one of the people who went to go try out the demos for the upcoming Capcom games.
Oh, wow.
And I saw all his videos where he talked about the gameplays, and they all sound interesting, but the one that was most interesting was Resident Evil Requiem. Because the demonstration was actually kept confirmed by Capcom that it's actually how the game starts.
Whoa.
So he actually got to see the first 10 or 15 minutes of the game.
Holy
that
shit.
was the demo. And the demo kind of goes down as a typical Resident Evil game. You wake up in this location and you're kind of exploring the house that you're in and blah, blah, blah. And then there's this monster that you interact with and you have to like hide from it and blah, blah, blah. It's very Resident Evil, so I've heard. I've never played Resident Evil games. But a bombshell was dropped to these YouTubers that got flown out to see the demonstration and the demo.
Okay.
Because after the very end of their demo, the big reveal, the big mic drop, the big, here you go, we're going to leave you with this. They pulled an Apple. They pulled one last thing. And it was the biggest fucking crazy shit. That is, at the very end of the demonstration, they said that if you go to the options menu, you go to settings, you go to the perspective control, you can change the gameplay to third person.
Whoa.
Yeah.
And this is confirmed to be the first ever Resident Evil game where players will actually have the choice to play in first person and in third person.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So third person is officially coming back to Resident Evil with Resident Evil Requiem, but it's a franchise first because now you have the option to play either or.
That's so cool.
Based on your preference.
That's so
That
cool.
was the biggest reveal that the demonstration showed off to these YouTubers. And sure enough, like after the demonstration, they went and got hands-on and people went straight into... Maximilian Dude said he went straight into third person because it's been a while since he's played a new Resident Evil game that was third person and it's fucking fire, apparently, according to him. And...
That's huge.
So it's big news because third person's coming back. Which is a staple for Resident Evil, and a lot of people were waiting on it. Mario was definitely one who was hoping for third person to come back. And now this is the story that ties in with the news.
Okay.
Here's what happened. Mario has been very vocal on wanting third person to come back to Resident Evil, right? Mm-hmm. Now, here's a fun fact. When I was gathering, as I always gather news for the news pod for today, throughout the week. Mario always waits till Friday night, like the day before we record, to get all the week's news. I do it by the day. Mm-hmm. And this demonstration shit, like all this was Wednesday. Mm-hmm. This was all happening Wednesday. And I actually opened Twitter and I saw one of the ops report that third person was coming back to Resident Evil. So I knew. I was like, oh shit. And if I saw this, clearly you guys saw this. Apparently not. None of you guys knew this, which is crazy, but okay. Then I was watching the Maximilian dude video where he was talking about it. He talked about how the big reveal in the demonstration was the third person coming back. And the video was like 20 minutes long. And I shared the video with Mario. I was like, Mario, you got to watch this, bro, because this dude actually got to play hands-on with Resident Evil because you want to get his thoughts. And I will admit, in the beginning of the video, Maximilian dude kind of started talking in depth of what he saw in the game. And Mario stopped watching after like 2 minutes because he's like, hey bro, I don't want to know spoilers. I don't want to know spoilers about the game. I'd rather go into it blind. But I'm a little disappointed, bro, because it just sounds like it's gonna be first person again. And I was like, oh shit, he didn't get that far into the video. And I was like, Mario, so did you get further into the video? I was like, nah, man, I stopped after like a minute and a half because I don't want to hear spoilers. I want to see the game for myself. And I was like, I'm like, okay, and I was like, oh, okay, that's fine, whatever, right? And then he texted me a follow-up text, and he said, yeah, man, well, from what I heard in that first 2 minutes of the video, it just sounds like it's gonna go back to first person, so it is what it is, bro. I was hoping they'd go back to third, and I was like, oh shit, Mario doesn't know. What the fuck? I could have sworn, because it was on Twitter before I saw it on Maximilian's YouTube channel, his YouTube video. It's like, fuck, Mario doesn't know. So you know me, right? Because I'm corny and soft and shit. I need to see people's reactions. So I FaceTimed him.
Oh my God, really?
I FaceTimed him Wednesday night, and he answered. And he's like has a confused look on his face because I've never like FaceTime Mario.
That's true. Yeah.
That's not, we always communicate through text. So man, me FaceTiming him, like he was like, "What?"
I thought he was about to say, "Call me good night."
that TikTok trend shit. No, I was FaceTiming him, and there's a feature when you FaceTime people where you can actually share your screen,
I
so you
didn't
can
know that.
see
I didn't know
what the other person can see what you're doing on the screen. So I did the share the screen thing, and I just fast forwarded the YouTube video to the point where Maximilian dude talked about the big reveal. And so I have the share screen thing. I have Mario's face in the corner. And I just wanted to see his reaction to when Maximilian said, oh, the big reveal that Capcom showed us is that if you go to the options menu, you can actually change the perspective to third person. And I saw Mario's reaction because he didn't know. And dude, he literally threw the phone down and said, no way. And he had his hand over his mouth. And when he said, you can change it to third person, Mario got up from his chair, was just pacing up and down the room, freaking out, dude.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Okay, knowing you.
Yeah.
You screen recorded this, right?
No, well, if I did, here's what sucks. If I did screen record it, for some reason, it doesn't screen record the FaceTime call. It would just screen record what's on my screen. Okay, I got I would have to have gotten a second camera to record my phone. That's the only way. Because if I were to screen record, it would not screen record the FaceTime call. Yeah. It would just screen record the YouTube video that I'm watching, which sucks. But yeah, that's just in my memory bank. Like I have no proof of it. Fuck. But yeah, I was able to see his reaction.
Mario, what's up, girl?
No, I was hyped as hell.
Dude, you should have seen him, dude.
Damn, that means they worked on it hard, man, because they had to optimize the game
for first and third.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. Whoa. Because the last two, they built the game for first person.
Yeah.
So now when they made Requiem, they built it for first and third. Yeah. Which has me a little bit worried because I'm like, yo, can you do can y'all make a great game for first and third?
Yeah.
To make both perspectives seem like how it was designed for that.
What if some areas look better?
I feel like this was designed for first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're able to tell sometimes. But that's why I'm hoping. That's my worry I have right now.
That's cool, man. I
didn't know, bro. I didn't know. Like Javi's right. I get my news all on Friday. And so
I could have sworn,
and I see shit through the day regardless. I still keep track of shit,
right?
I didn't see that though.
I assumed he saw that because the ops reported it, dude. That's how I found out about it first.
Yeah.
Then I watched that guy's YouTube video after that, so I already knew. So I imagined Mario probably already saw this. So when he told me yeah, man, it just sounds like RE9's going back to first person, bro. It sucks. I wanted to be third. I was like, oh shit, he doesn't know. What the fuck? I got to tell Mario, but I got to do it in the Hav way, you know.
Yeah.
So I did the screen share thing, and I saw his reaction. It was priceless, dude. Because he was like, "No way!" And he was freaking out. He was pacing. It's funny because he put his phone down on the table, so I just see the ceiling, but I just see a shadow pacing up and down. So I just knew he was just going crazy in his fucking. He was in his kitchen. He wanted to go crazy, but it was late at night. He was in his kitchen eating dinner. And his family was asleep, so he couldn't go he couldn't yell or nothing. But I saw him pacing up and down the room.
Nah, that's cool as fuck, man.
But yeah, man. So that was a little story tied to the news. But yes, RE9, third person is coming back.
Fuck it, man. I'm gonna put it out there.
Okay.
I'm gonna catch up with Resident Evil, but when that one drops.
Yeah, bro. That's what I'm trying to do. I bought all the games.
I mean, all of them. How? I'm talking about all
OGs
of them,
and remakes.
Oh yeah, I'll probably just watch a video for the first one.
Fuck it,
I'm not gonna cloud stream, bro. Just for my shit to buffer.
Oh, no, that's funny.
Yeah. But
that's all the gaming news I have.
all right, cool.
That's the last thing I
Moving
have.
on to movie news.
Well, no, I have gaming news too. I know there's a lot of stuff on here that I'm surprised Mario did not mention.
Fuck.
But well, for the biggest one out of all the gaming news is Nintendo Switch 2 sales.
Oh, yeah.
So the Nintendo Switch 2 with its launch, right? That was, I believe, last week. But we got news as to the sales, and it sold over 3.5 million units in the first 4 days.
Jesus Christ.
Fastest selling Nintendo hardware ever in history, globally,
Sheesh.
Man, fuck them.
bro.
Hey, man. You can't beat him, bro.
Is what it is, bro. Is what
can't
it
beat 'em.
is. But yeah, man. So I just wanted to say that. Another one is we got an update on PlayStation 6, the next gen console. So PlayStation boss says next gen console planning is quote top of mind. It's what the thing that they're focusing on next. He also went on to comment, cloud gaming is increasingly providing an additional option for players to access content. But our belief is that the majority of players continue to want to experience gaming through local execution without dependency on network conditions.
Yeah, that's fact.
It is facts. I agree. Moving on to some more news from the Xbox showcase. Unless you guys want me to skip this.
Yeah.
Because I was going to say it's details on
We'll save it.
Black Ops 7.
Yeah, we'll save it.
Okay,
Yeah, you can bring it
I'll
up
skip
when-
on these.
Yeah.
Well, but there's one more on here that I have to mention though, because they don't. Okay, to be fair, I have a piece on here. It's from the Xbox Showcase. Kind of. They don't actually announce it. It's something that an insider found. A reliable insider, and rumors are saying something, but it was not officially announced. We didn't see a trailer. There was no announcement. That's what I have something on here. Can I mention that? Because technically it was not announced in the showcase. And unless, do you guys know what I'm talking about?
No.
If not, then you're not going to mention it in the showcase.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
Okay, well, something that was not mentioned in the showcase, this is something that was more like rumor mill. It was just something that was supposedly an insider found out. But during the Xbox showcase, Phil Spencer ended the showcase transitioning to the Outer Worlds Direct by saying that, we're going to celebrate 25 years of Xbox next year, 2026. And we're celebrating it with new installments of games that have been with us from the beginning. A new Avowed, a new Gears of War E-Day. He mentioned another game. Fable coming out. And another classic franchise installment that have been with us from the beginning. That's all he said. Now, my guess was, oh shit, we're getting a new Halo game, bro. It's going to be a new Halo. And he never confirmed it. And he was like, we're going to leave you with this. And they showed a trailer for like that last game before the Outer Worlds, but it was not Halo, which I thought it was going to be, but I guess not. But I still, in my gut, was like, I think he's referring to Halo there.
Yeah.
I still have it in my gut feeling that he's referring to Halo. Because Halo Infinite, while I really liked it, the story and the multiplayer is great. I know they came out with expansions, but like it just didn't really hit after its peak when it first launched. So the only way to really have fans bring back Halo into the fold would be like releasing a new installment. And that might be when they announce that maybe Halo could possibly come back to PlayStation. That's the only way I could see it, right? Well, about a day or two after the Xbox showcase, according to supposed insiders, now this could be fake, could not be real, but supposedly insiders have found that Microsoft is working on a new Halo installment. It just wasn't announced during the showcase. We heard nothing regarding Halo. However, it's not a new Halo installment. But according to the insiders, Microsoft is actually going to be working on a remake of Halo Combat Evolved.
Whoa.
And it's aiming for a 2026 release.
I need a remake of. We need a remake.
I think I know what you're going to say, and we're cousins.
Oh, what do you know?
I wanted a remake of Halo 3.
I was gonna say Halo 3.
We're cousins.
Because we already got like a small remaster or like kind of a remake for Halo 2 in the Master Chief Collection.
That and because that was the version that came out on 360.
Yeah.
And then Halo 2 was because of the 15th anniversary of Halo 2. And remember, we were like, well, in that case, they have to remake 3 for the 15th anniversary. But the 15th anniversary of Halo 3, Mario, already like passed. It's way behind us. And it never happened. So when he mentioned that, I was like, well, if they're going to remake anything,
okay,
might it be Halo 3? But so, I guess they're saying, it, according to the insiders, could be fake.
And technically, it was not a remake. Halo 1 already got a remaster. So like, Halo Combat Evolved was released in 2001. It was the launch of the Xbox, the original Xbox. And then they later made a Halo Combat Evolved remastered, and that came out on the 360. Yeah, bro. I played that bitch.
The 360, yeah.
So it came out on the 360. So now it's like, okay, we're getting a whole remake. And I think even though I want to remake a Halo 3, I'm like, all right, I know what they're doing. This is a strategy move. For example, we had Gears of War. Then we have Gears of War Ultimate Edition, which was an actual remake, like different scenes, and it looks fucking great. Now they're doing it Gears of War Reloaded. But what's the difference this time? Sure, it's a bit better now, but it's going everywhere.
Now it's coming out to PlayStation.
So they're going to do the same thing with this game.
That's what I first thought of when I heard that they were going to remake the first one.
I think, no, that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
So they're going to remake Halo Combat Evolved, and they're going to release it everywhere on PlayStation. They're going to release it on, basically everywhere. And if it does well, remake with Halo 2 and maybe follow suit. Hopefully Gears of War does really well and they do a remake of Gears of War 2. I would love to see that, and that'll release everywhere. And this way, this is like a fresh start for Xbox. Like, hey, our most beloved franchises, we're remaking them and we're bringing them to you everywhere. And it's like a fresh start.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Well, man. I mean, supposedly it's not necessarily a new Halo, but a remaster or a remake.
And I'm calling it, it's most likely going to have multiplayer. I think it's going to have multiplayer because one thing that Phil Spencer and the other girl, I forgot her, the other, what her name is, the president of Xbox or some shit. They kept saying, we want these franchises to be experienced by new players and whatever, this and that, right? So Gears of War Reloaded is that first step with one of their big franchises. You could argue that maybe it was Forza, right? Because Forza came to PlayStation,
That's
whatever.
True.
But I wanted to say Gears of War and Halo. Those are the two big franchises that were exclusive to Xbox, that were like the big hitters, big money makers. Well, at least for Halo, because Gears of War started going downhill, that's a whole different story. So with Gears of War Reloaded, they're bringing back the multiplayer. The beta is up right now, actually.
Oh, really? Did you try it?
Yeah, only for pre-orders. Only people who pre-order. Yeah, which I didn't pre-order.
I get you.
I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna get it physical if it's possible.
I get you.
But I think it's $40. I think it was $40.
Okay, not bad.
So it's not bad pricing. Okay. Anyway, so they have the multiplayer up, and I think that's what they're going to try to do. They're going to remake Halo Combat Evolved, release it to all platforms, and it's going to involve a multiplayer, so that way people can experience it for the first time. You know what I mean? Something like that. I think that's what's going to happen.
Okay.
And hey, man, if it's true, cool. Hell yeah. Why not, man? It's Halo, man. I love Halo, man. But I do wish that it was like a 3, but who knows? If it does well, maybe they could do 2 and then 3 and then we'll see.
And then the last piece of news that I have on here, and this one I mainly mentioned for you just to piss you off.
Oh no. What?
And that is that as of this past Wednesday, June 10th.
Okay.
Elder Scrolls 6 was announced 7 years ago.
Oh yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Dude, when I was
7 years ago it was announced and we've seen nothing.
Dude, when I was watching the Xbox showcase, every single time Bethesda pulled up, I'm like, dude, please. I'm like, please, something. No, but what do we get? A new update for Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't care, bro. 7 years, bro. I was there, bro.
I know.
I was there. E3 2018, bro. I was there. Everardo was
funny.
there. It was just me and him. Like, this was like my entire setup was different. Remember, I had like my couch here, and then I had the TV set there. I'll never forget it, bro. We went to get BK, bro. We were eating Burger King. We're just eating stuff. Because I think Everardo at the time was like, yo, bro, are you going to do anything this Saturday? Want to hang out? I'm like, oh, I'm going to be watching the E3, bro. He's like, do you know what that is? Like, I'm pretty sure you're not into it, so we can hang out some other time. He's like, nah, it's cool, bro. I'll watch it. Why not? All right, cool. We got food. He watched it with me. He didn't know really what was going on, but he's like, all right, it's cool. And like, if you talk to him now, right, you'll see, man, I was so hyped when he like, we also got one more thing for you guys. And then they announced Elder Scrolls 6. Dude, I stood up, bro. I was jumping, yelling like, dude, no fucking way. And here we are, 7 years later, man. I was 18 when that shit was announced.
Yeah, bro.
I'm 25, bro. Like, we're out here saying early 20s now, bro.
That's crazy.
That's fucking me, bro. Oh man, that's terrible, man. Please.
That's funny.
But now it's for sure in the works, because they said, hey, because at the time they were still working on Starfield and like marketing
Yeah,
that.
they were gonna Starfield.
And they said we're going full hands on Starfield, and then after Starfield, Elder Scrolls. Starfield
and then
released,
after that, Fallout.
yeah, and after that, Fallout. So Starfield was back in 2023.
Yeah.
Right. Done. Starfield's out the way. Now they're going hands-on on Elder Scrolls. Finally, hopefully, next Xbox showcase we can see something. Maybe it'll be a big one.
Hopefully that's the big hitter. At
Exactly.
The end.
Maybe that's that and Halo or some shit. They'll announce some shit there. And yeah, man, I don't know. I mean, dude, I can only imagine for Fallout fans though.
Oh, that's what I'm waiting for. But I'm gonna be 30
after Elder Scrolls.
It's
Then it's
Fallout.
gonna be Fallout.
and then I'm be 30.
Yeah,
I'll be
man.
30 when that comes out. Same with Cyberpunk too.
Crazy work.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
You might have a kid by then. Bro.
Yeah, bro.
You
Fuck.
might have a kid, bro.
Oh my god.
You might have a kid be like, I don't even game no more.
Yeah. Nah.
Imagine.
No way. Bro.
You'll never stop gaming more.
I hope not. I love
if
video
it-
games.
What if you're like 80?
At that point, I think my body will hold up. The game.
I still got it.
See that there?
No scope.
Yeah, I miss it.
We're on Black Ops 25.
We're Black Ops 38. Black Ops 38. My grandchild was watching me. He's like, you see that double kill? I used to get them every game. Now
For
I get them
real.
every 10 games.
That's facts.
Anyway, yeah, Elder Scrolls, man. Fuck.
Yeah, man. I just wanted to mention that for
I know,
you.
man.
That's funny.
But now that's actually everything. So now I'm going to move on to the movie news, which is the first one I have on here,
man,
Ballerina.
What are we?
We're at an hour 40.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I saw the time, bro.
Okay.
We spent the first 30 minutes just talking about How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be quick
That's
thoughts.
funny.
All right, we'll try to keep this concise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it has to do with Ballerina. So Ballerina debuts at $51 million at the global box office.
Oh fuck.
Which is not bad. It's pretty good money, but production budget was $90 million
Yikes.
and domestic marketing budget was $45.
Oh,
Nice.
shit. 45.
So I mean,
feel like-
if we had
Does it really take that much money to market, bro?
I don't think so.
I think it
Just
just
boost your shit on Instagram. Like, right,
bro.
like, just boost it for 10K, bro. I mean, $40 million, dog.
Maybe they gotta pay like the talk show host to go on like the actress. and, like,
Probably,
maybe
yeah.
that.
Oh, yeah.
I don't fucking
posters,
know.
billboards, all that
Yeah,
shit,
you're
bro.
right. You're right.
But like, you do have a point.
40 million, bro. That's a lot of fucking money, bro.
Heard it in March, bro.
40 million. That's crazy.
Oh man, but yeah, I just wanted to point that out because we just reviewed that movie and obviously
Yeah.
John Wick World, right? Now moving on to some very interesting news. We got some news from some Pixar projects.
All right.
So
Oh, I think I know this. Go ahead.
we got confirmation on who's going to be directing The Incredibles 3, and it's not Brad Bird, who is the writer and director of the first two. He is
wow.
coming back to write the script. So he's writing the script for Incredibles 3.
That's good.
But directing Incredibles 3 will be Peter Sohn, the director of Elemental.
That's not bad. I really actually like
I
Elemental.
enjoyed Elemental, yeah.
Elemental's good. Good director. But hey, at least he's writing the
script,
He's
yeah.
writing the script. That's solid. So it'll be his story, like his
His story and the guy's just executing.
yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's good.
Yeah. And then moving on to the next big piece of news from Pixar is that we get our first look at concept art that was revealed. It was not leaked or anything. This was revealed by Pixar. And we see a kid's tablet named Lilypad. And that the tablet will actually be playing the antagonist in Toy Story 5. The tablet has a different perception of what's best for Bonnie in contrast to the toys.
That makes sense. To be honest, I wasn't expecting that because I think the original concept art, it was just a normal iPad. And I just thought like, oh, okay, it's the toys are gonna have to overcome technology. But no, they're putting a Toy Story spin on it, where the technology is also going to be interacting with the toys, which that should be interesting.
Yep.
And when I read this, I was like, that's interesting. The tablet's going to be the villain. Like, I could have sworn at D23 Expo they said that the villain was going to be an army of Buzz Lightyears, which I did research, and apparently that same day they announced that the Buzz Lightyear army is also going to be in the movie. So they didn't scrap it or change it. They are in the movie. But I guess like the main villain will be this tablet, Lilypad.
Because it's a pad, it's a tablet. Get it?
Yeah.
And it's designed as a frog.
Hell no.
It is actually. It's one of those like kid tablets. It's one of those kid tablets that are like shaped like butterflies or shaped like whatever.
It reminds me of like something in real life that we had. Like what was it called? Like a frog pad or no?
Something like that.
What was it called? A froggy? I forgot what it's called, but there was something like that.
Yeah, I agree. I think I remember that.
Yeah.
And moving on to the last piece of news for Pixar is that we got our first look at Gato, which is a new Pixar film from Luca director Enrico Casarosa.
I say gato.
Yeah. I almost said it.
Though,
I almost said it Gatto, like Joe Gatto.
Oh my god.
The goat.
But yeah, mine. But anyways, it follows a black cat in Venice with a love of music who is shunned by locals due to superstitions. It features a new hand-painted style of animation, which looks really cool.
I saw the picture, yeah.
Yeah, and it looks really cool, and it will be coming out in theaters summer 2027.
Hand-painted style? It's kind of like maybe similar to...
It's like that. That's what it's going to look like. That's the picture they provided.
Oh, okay, never mind. All right. I was going to say like Flow. Like, because Flow kind of was like almost painty.
But I think, but
that was like 3D type.
Yeah, I was about to say, that was using computers. This saying hand painted, boy.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see that.
Yeah, man.
Gato.
El gato.
Yeah. So, okay, moving on to the next piece of news. Disney and Universal are both suing AI company Midjourney for alleged copyright infringement.
Whoa.
Those motherfuckers, man.
Yeah, I think this is like from like those. I'm assuming they're referring to the AI trailers, like those fake trailer shit.
Dude, some of them are fucking hilarious, bro. They're so
the
funny.
quote. This is just quotes that.
Oh yeah, because the Star Wars stuff.
Yeah. This is
I
just
saw a Superman one. Sorry to cut you off. I saw a Superman one, bro.
like a AI trailer shit.
Is it like, dude? It's bad, bro. Yeah.
Was it with was it with a lady?
It's an old Mexican lady.
What the
Superman's carrying this old Mexican lady, and she's like, he's an alien from Krypton, and I'm an alien from here, or some shit.
Bro.
Oh my
Yeah, I swear to God. He's like, he's from Krypton, I'm from Michoacan. Like, and she's like, I swear to God, I gotta show it to you. It's funny. It's funny. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
Okay. Well, here, I'll keep going. And this piece of news, they mentioned they have like quotes provided, but it doesn't say where it came from. So I'm assuming it's just coming from like the studios. But the first quote on here is, "Midjourney is a bottomless pit of plagiarism." Damn. And then the other quote is, "Piracy is piracy."
Yeah, fuck them, bro.
Yeah, bro.
They're having fun with it.
No, but it's facts though.
Yeah, bro.
Because I'm gonna be honest, bro. There's a lot of people that just cannot tell the difference between AI and shit.
That's crazy.
And it's mostly like the older people.
Yeah.
So what if they make a video like that? It's like, hey guys, we're officially releasing this movie, and like, you know, it could.
I know what you mean.
It could cause issues, man.
Yeah, man. But moving on to the next piece of news, I got a couple pieces of news regarding DC Studios. So for one, she found it. Did you found it?
Yeah.
Oh no. Are we gonna play it here or after, like we record?
Should I actually? Is the Rodecaster thing? I can connect this bitch right now, Bluetooth, so they can hear it.
Well, but
I don't know if it's connected or not.
Yeah, but won't only Mario hear it because he's got the headphones on?
Oh yeah, that's facts.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you're right. Want me to show it to you here, or?
And if you want, I mean, how long is it?
It's not long.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I could hold it up to the mic too.
Oh my.
He's illegal in the solar system. I'm illegal in your system. He came from Krypton. I came from Michoacan. Guess which one scares you more, babosos?
No, bro.
That's funny. Oh my god.
That's fucked up.
Oh my god, bro.
That's fucked up, but it's funny.
It is funny. Anyway, sorry. As I was saying, we got some news coming out of DC Studios. So we have new DCU details from James Gunn, from the man himself.
Oh shit.
He's writing a follow-up to Superman already, but it's not a straight-up sequel.
That's cool. Damn.
So it's not Superman 2.
Hector's pissed.
Well, who knows? It could. We don't know. Good Justice League. Something like that. Or I don't know. Maybe like a team up movie.
Justice League. I feel like that would have been too early, man.
I agree. That's some Snyder.
It's gonna be the same. Shit. Yeah. I swear to God, if he fucking dies, if Superman fucking dies, I'm gonna lose it, bro.
I am too.
I'm done.
I am too. And by the way, just a quick side tangent. Me and the guys, we actually got tickets to go see Superman.
Oh yeah,
early.
Oh yeah, we should mention
because
that.
it was a partnership with Fandango and Amazon Prime. So people who have Amazon Prime were able to get access to buy tickets for an early Tuesday night screening of Superman. So we were able to cop some tickets. Hector's the GOAT because he fucking got the tickets for us.
Yeah.
Because he was the only one out of the three of us who had Prime.
Yeah.
And so he bought the tickets, and so we're going to be watching Superman the week it comes out, but Tuesday, 2 to 3 days earlier than everyone else. So it's gonna be very exciting. So that's why we mentioned like if he dies in this way, like fuck that, right? But okay, so that's cool to know. Another thing is that in James Gunn's DC universe, superheroes have existed for 300 years.
Whoa!
So they're already established. So this is another like
makes sense.
Kind of like. That
makes sense.
It's kind of like how like Spider-Man, like we didn't get his origin in the MCU. He was already established. He was already like doing shit.
Yeah.
This is another one of those.
That makes sense.
In this particular point of the timeline, like when Superman takes place, there is no Justice League yet.
Ooh.
Okay.
Makes sense.
That's fair.
The post-credit scene in Superman won't tease future projects. Or sorry, no. I take that back. Not for Superman. In general. In general, for any DC Studios movie. My bad. Post-credit scenes won't tease future projects unless it really works. James Gunn said he learned from his Marvel mistakes. And
That's true. And it kind of falls back to what you said, that hey, nothing's greenlit until the script is made. Type
and
thing.
also, the post-credit scene for Guardians 2 teased Adam Warlock.
Yeah.
That movie came out 2016 or something, 2017, something like that. And we didn't get volume 3 until after 2020.
Yeah.
So we had to wait a long ass second for Adam Warlock to show up. And maybe James Gunn felt the need to bring Adam Warlock into his plot because they teased him in the last movie in the post-credit scene. So I think that's why he's saying he learned from his mistakes.
Yeah. That makes sense.
He was asked if Ultraman is Lex Luthor's version of Superman. His quote, "That's close." That's all he said. That's all he said. And this one's fucking crazy. A Wonder Woman film is being written right now.
Let's fucking go.
Ooh, okay.
Which makes you wonder, okay,
Fire.
cool, fire. What happened to Paradise Lost?
Maybe it's a movie now.
That's true. We didn't hear anything about Paradise
I thought it
Lost
got
yet.
shelved. I heard that.
I think so. When we did the
it?
discussion pod, I think he
it
said
actually-
that Paradise Lost just hasn't started yet. But now it seems like they're going to focus on the Wonder Woman project over like Paradise Lost.
Okay. I hope they just call it Wonder Woman too. Like no Fantastic Four first steps, no Superman Legacy.
Yeah.
I think when Superman Legacy was first announced, I think I told you, I think we talked about it, how I'm like, why not just call it Superman? Why Superman Legacy? Like what?
Yeah.
Anyway.
And then the next piece of news I have is that James Gunn says the Batman 2 is really important to what they're trying to build at DC.
Just give it to me already, bro. I'm tired of waiting.
Yeah, bro, it's facts. And well, the quote here from James Gunn said, "We're supposed to see the script shortly, and I can't wait."
The script. That's
I know, bro.
It was supposed to come out. Wasn't it supposed to come out this year?
What? Yeah. No. Yes, it's the same year as Superman.
It was supposed to come out this year, man.
Fuck, dude.
That's fucked, man.
I'm fucking pissed, dude.
The script's not even done yet, boy. Yo, Matt Reeves, what are you doing?
Bro, I'm scared,
Matt
bro.
Reeves, hurry up.
I've never heard this motherfucker. Like, I hope it's not writer's block. Like, this dude's never fumbled the movie ever in this past.
Yeah.
So I just hope Batman 2 is fire, bro. I just hope. Okay, moving on to the next piece of news. First details on the Stranger Things animated series, Stranger Things, Tales from 85. It's set between seasons 2 and 3, follows the Hawken kids facing new monsters. So it kind of sounds like side quests that take place between seasons 2 and 3. And the story is inspired by The Real Ghostbusters, an animation inspired by Arcane and the Spider-Verse films.
Whoa.
Arcane.
Okay.
I mean,
Arcane? Mario's GOAT?
I mean, here, Arcane,
Season
Netflix.
1. Season 1.
How many seasons of Arcane was there? 3?
Two.
Two.
Oh, 2, okay.
Season 1 is goated. Not 2.
Well, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, they could probably even get the same studio because, like, Arcane is Netflix, Stranger Things is Netflix. They're already partnered with the animation studio. Might have them work on it. So there's a chance. Go ahead.
I see. What did we rate season 2 of Arcane?
I gave it an A at first, then I lowered it again.
I gave it a 7.
and gave it a 7.
I don't remember.
I think you gave it a flat out 7.
Did you write it down? You know how like you keep track of our shit?
Yeah, I think I did.
You can pause, pull it up.
Yeah. The season 1 was fire though.
No,
One
one was
it's
way
masterpiece. 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
Next piece of news is Robert Eggers is reportedly developing an adaptation of A Christmas Carol.
I saw this, man. I saw this.
Yeah, and he's writing the role of Ebenezer Scrooge for the GOAT, Willem
Okay.
Dafoe.
Okay.
For my mate, my
Hey man, Robert Eggers, man. So far, no misses, man. So hey, I'll be there. Fuck it.
And like it makes me wonder.
But it is.
like,
I did make a face though because I'm like interesting.
A Christmas
Carol. Yeah, I was like, all right.
I will just
Why
have to see
not?
how he executes it, I guess.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
okay, interesting. And now I am to the part where the rest of the news is very small, so I'm just kind of like speed run through them because they're not that big. I got the big shit out of the way. Squid Game corrector Hwang Dong-hyuk lost 2 more teeth making season 3.
I saw that. That's terrible.
So he's now lost around 10 teeth since he started making the show due to stress.
no, that's actually fucked.
Yeah, bro, it's fucking crazy.
But that is true. It's like imagine like you create something like that's amazing, and you have to like try to follow up with that. Mm-hmm. That is stressful. But
Who's the
dude,
director?
No, the creator, Hwang Dong-hyuk
The creator?
of Squid Game,
Oh, okay.
he lost 2 teeth
making season 3
because of stress.
due to immense stress. And he lost 2 teeth while making season 3, totaling up to about 10 teeth that he lost making the entire show.
Wow.
You couldn't find it?
No, I didn't write it down.
Damn. Okay, that's fine.
It's all good.
I have everything else, but not that.
I don't know.
That's fine.
Next piece of news is that Chris Evans says that he's sad to not be returning for Doomsday. I still call bullshit.
Come on, man. It's too bad.
I'm still calling bullshit. But he did provide a quote, and he said, "It's sad to not be back with the band, but I'm sure they're doing something incredible. And I'm sure it's going to be that much harder when it comes out and you feel like you weren't invited to that party." He's really selling it. Huh?
I know, right? He's gonna be there. Come on now.
We'll see, bro. We'll see. I mean, I can't trust anything Marvel says, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Andrew Garfield said he wasn't in Spider-Man. Liar.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Daphne King said, "I'm not coming back as X-23." Liar. Like, I just don't trust no more, bro. I don't give a fuck. We got some details of the upcoming animated Eyes of Wakanda show coming to Disney Plus, and that is that it's going to have 4 episodes, and it's only 30 minutes long each. Quick,
Oh, okay.
Quick. At least they're not super long, bro. Not like the other Disney Plus shows.
Yeah.
So if we ever do decide to review it, or just give our quick thoughts, like what we do with How to Train Your Dragon, it won't take up too much time. It's not confirmed whether it's all going to drop in the same day, though. It just says 4 episodes, 30 minutes each.
Okay.
But we don't know what else above that. The next piece of news is that Ron Clements is coming out of retirement to rejoin Walt Disney Animation Studios as a mentor for the next generation of filmmakers. Yeah, so this guy apparently has worked in the animation studios for Walt Disney for many, many years, and he retired, but he's coming out of retirement to mentor the next generation.
Okay.
He wrote and directed many classics, including The Little Mermaid, Hercules,
Oh.
and Aladdin.
Oh wow.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Some
man.
bangers there.
And now the last piece of news. Did you guys know that they're making a revival of Malcolm in the Middle?
No.
I did see this.
I didn't see that.
Right? Have you guys watched Malcolm
No,
in the Middle?
I have.
I only
yeah.
see parts. One of the things where TV was on, it didn't intrigue me.
Really?
Yeah,
I think I
so-
binged it when it was on Netflix.
Oh really?
Yeah, bro.
No,
It's a really good show.
It's one of those things that would. Hey, I'm home from school.
Oh, and it was on TV.
Yeah.
Type shit, right? Yeah, well, I watched it. I thought it was a really good show, and there have been talks with mainly Bryan Cranston because the other actors who were in Malcolm, even Frankie Muniz, the guy who played Malcolm, like
wow.
even he doesn't really do much acting these days. But Bryan Cranston, ever since Breaking Bad, like he's still on top and shit. So with numerous interviews, he's talked about how he's wanted to make a Malcolm in the Middle revival show. Well, recently, a while back, it's been confirmed that we are getting a Malcolm in the Middle revival show, and that they plan to get all the actors to come back to reprise the roles, except. And that's where this piece of news comes in.
I saw this.
Eric Per Sullivan, who
AKA?
is the actor who played Dewey,
The kid, yeah.
the kid
Oh, okay.
in Malcolm in the Middle.
Dewey.
So it's confirmed that Eric Per Sullivan, oh shit, I lost it, will not be able to return as Dewey in the Malcolm in the Middle sequel series because Brody's going to Harvard.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. You seem
W.
to forget Brody grew up.
Yeah.
Holy shit. I thought you were about to say, like, oh, he's addicted to drugs, so they don't want him back or some shit like that.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's how.
Yeah, man.
Most
He's
child actors go,
he's like the other chick who's like a fucking scientist or some shit from Good Luck Charlie.
Teddy from Good Luck Charlie.
Oh, Bridget
Mendler.
Mendler, yeah.
Yeah, she started her own company
Like,
and
went on
everything.
and became like a rocket scientist. She
Yeah,
created
yeah,
her own
yeah.
company and shit. And
I
when they
respect
did
it, man.
and when they did the because right now what's airing on Disney Channel is the Wizards of Waverly Place revival series show.
Oh, yeah,
but that's
yeah.
the one where it focused on Justin as a dad and he has a wife and kids and the kids are the new generation. You
Yeah.
know, typical bullshit. Well, if we all remember from Disney Channel, the show, he ends up with Juliet, with Bridget Mendler.
Yeah.
But because she's no longer in the acting scene, they had to recast her with some different lady who plays a different character. She's not even Juliet anymore. She's not a vampire. She's just a completely different. And they do that lazy thing of like, oh, I guess it just didn't work out, and just ended up marrying a mortal. So that I don't give a fuck. To be honest, but
I don't give a fuck. He just dropped all the
Bro,
lore.
they fucked up, bro. Whenever they need to
That's
do
so
these
funny.
revivals like Wizards of Waverly Place, it needs to focus on the people we grew up on,
That's
not their
facts.
kids.
Okay,
That's
iCarly
why-
did that.
Yeah, it did do that.
iCarly did that, but then what happened? Like,
Yeah,
which is
and then-
really fucking with
but
it.
they didn't really. But it didn't focus on new kids. It focused on Carly and Freddie and Spencer.
No, that's what he's saying. That's what he's saying. He's saying revival shows should do that.
I see what you're trying to say.
and I'm saying iCarly did that, but
and
a lot of people
and it got canceled.
Yeah,
after 3 seasons. Yeah,
which is more than what a lot of these shows get.
oh, that's true.
which I didn't really binge. I remember when we saw the first couple episodes when it first dropped.
I didn't like it.
When
It
was that?
It was a while
2020,
ago.
bro.
Years
2021.
ago.
Yeah, I think so.
bro.
Actually, 2021 around there.
Holy fuck!
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, in our early 20s.
Stop.
That's crazy. That's funny, actually.
Don't say that, bro.
That's funny.
I'm not gonna do this no more, man. Anyway,
But that's all. That's all the news.
imagine saying in our early 30s.
Nah, fuck that.
Remember in our late
No, early-
20s?
Late 20s.
Remember in our late 30s, guys?
Oh my god, fuck that.
So we reviewed the Batman back in our early 20s.
We're now
That
20.
was
now
25 years ago. No, I can't.
Fuck that. Nah.
I can't.
Nah, bro.
I can't see myself old as hell, boy. I would be
Nah,
honest,
boy.
Like, imagine me like 70, bro.
Gray hairs.
I can't, bro.
Fuck that.
Anyway,
Or white hair.
okay, moving on.
That was it.
That was
it.
I'm good.
Cool.
Yeah.
That was everything, guys. Thank you, guys. That's it for everything for HRV News this week. Thank you guys so much for listening. We'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, guys.
Peace.
See ya.